Let it unfold before our very eyes. Team Liquid have been playing an awful lot of Dust2, and they'll be starting on the attacking side. G2 on the defense.
Okay, well, a P250 in the hands of Twist. This will probably be a late long peek with a flash. Or just swing on out and take the duel. So Twist's taking a little jostle with Monacy, who's now over-committed. Twist continuing that star form on the pistol with a banger to the head of, well, the star on the other side of the server.
What a gamer. Next fight up there towards the site. Spots him out, hiding out towards the site.
They don't have a smoke for the cross, Alex.
No, that typically would be assumed to be integral.
Okay.
They've got both Naf and Twist with P250s, though, and Cadian's just had his face melted down to 1 HP. Long-range taps from Nico, good on to Naf. Twist, however, that P250 continues to find heads. It's Hunter gone. Nico keeping it level. Lovely taps and control with his USP. One whistles past the ear of Twist as he's stubborn. Just stands and does deliver with Skulls' help towards the mid doors.
Yeah, so Skulls was lower dark, dealing with all the rotations. It was a defensive side smoke dropped by Nexa, and now we find ourselves in a 3-on-2 situation with Nico, trying to plug some of these gaps. Twist will be noisy. Nico will hear that, but really pressure on Nexa.
It's all on Nexa. They're swinging into him here, and it needed to be a one-tap, unable to convert. Skulls, he distracted. Twist, he executed, and Nico, he's coming back around. Identifies where two of the three are, now knows where all of them are. One was planting, one goose, one long. It's impossible for him to find all three if they do swing in unison. Trying to play some sort of mind game with the drop sound. He's been spotted out, and it's Twist again. An incredible performance just to start off Dust2. First round, 4 kills.
In case you missed it yesterday, Twist's on Ancient in that series was just a different animal. The Canadian on the screen right now, we know that he went from FaZe to Liquid, searching out some more star roles, and, well, he is delivering like a star right now. Massive impact on the pistol, just kept delivering, and he went all the way down to just 7 bullets, nothing in reserve for that P250.
He's scary.
Someone just say P250, bitch.
I mean, it is the P250. It might be Twists as well. I think a combination of both of them, as they are just going to be returning to long.
While a simple approach should be applied. Volley towards the car, smoke the cross, and away you go. Same defensive smoke lined up from Nexa. Just going to force them wider towards Goose, so this opens up the angle for his teammates to help from short. But now Nexa dinked in the smoke. He will be found, or should be found. There it is. And maybe just try and get out of there, G2. Monacy somewhat committed. Should be backing off if he can. Can't.
He can't, yeah. So they'll preserve are these two MP9s. The Hunter and Stewie brought into it. But to talk about the kind of all-in longs, how do you frame it? I remember when Dust2 was last in the official map pool, oftentimes, even the very best teams in the world, if they could get out long, they could spend the whole round there. They, they'd just slowly, procedurally crawl up and make sure that bomb goes down before the clock hits 0.
Well, we were just calling it Na'Vi, right? That's right. Essentially exactly what Na'Vi would do round after round. As long as you would win the corner fight, you could just establish that pit control. You could layer your smokes over towards the cross and then force the CTs to expend their util. One of the big conversations was about the CTs holding on to their nades, making sure that they had mollies and HEs. Obviously, with the new dynamic that CS2 brings, it could play out slightly differently.
Yeah, I remember the counter to the Na'Vi, or counter, air quotes here, was Device would throw this smoke towards kind of the divider
in front of Gandalf,
yeah.
To basically create a bit of a buffer to pick around as they crossed in towards the site. So it would change some dynamics. I think the HEs can play a huge difference,
sure,
but you can bait those out. Like we see on Nuke, teams will throw one smoke wall, nades will get used, they'll throw a second smoke wall, there won't be any HEs left to deal with it. I think another key factor as well, if teams are all-inning long, it means it's highly unlikely that they have anybody spotting mid for the lower push. So something that the CTs have to do quite early, if that's the case, is be able to constrict the map. And then you can turn your attention and save on that utility that we're discussing to deal with the long plays.
They did a quick boost just on the eco. So it's a P2, sorry, it's a P2K and a USP boosted up. Cadian's got his Mac 10 and actually he's taking some heavy damage. He gets attacked from every angle. Nexa couldn't quite connect the bullets, but it's Stewie 2K. He is actually going to do very well with one. On the reload, he has support. It's good from Naf on the multi-kill. Stewie can't finish him off. One single point of health left on Nav. Nico, he's in a prime position. Now 2 of them are very low. A single bullet onto either of Twist's teammates. And now the healthy man goes down. It's Naf and Twist up against Monacy, but just a USP. It's not really the weapon you'd have liked in a scenario like this. Your position noted. And Naf executed.
Fade away.
That was stylish. Still, it's Twist. I have no fear. that Monacy can convert a full USP no kev up against an armored AK.
Well, what can he scavenge? What's out behind the B doors to upgrade away from that USP? The fact that he's been able to get 2 fun the low HP players is great, but Twist will just seek him out, playing ahead of it and removes him, so no tricky business. As it was a costly round, KDM being overrun in middle, the quick rotation from G2, everybody was kind of a bit of a nuclear short, and mid doors, it made them be able to surge towards B and at least make it costly. A 3-0 start from Liquid, as with definitely a few casualties. This second one with the fadeaway. And now the rifle's out for G2 to defend their honor. Monacy in with the AWP, the same to be said for Cadian. Exchange of smokes towards middle. Now the CT smoke that lands at least puts the Feckles up with the likes of Skulls, Yakinda and Naf, who are currently defaulting upper tunnels. They need to be worried about the lower dark pushes. It is Stewie anchoring B. Hunter as the rotator. Monacy will be floating around with the AWP while Nico and Nexa deal with that long control.
It's a lot of responsibility to be that B anchor. I suspect Stewie's going to have his work cut out for him today. They're just going to be contacting in. Stewie has Hunter close by. Nice angle. He's rewarded for the active peek into Yakinda. And he actually does deliver. Takes down Skulls as well. Slowed down by an incendiary as Hunter continues to keep them at bay.
Well, if you were hoping to bully the stand-in, that's not successful. 2 for 1 in the favor of G2. Still more pressure applied by Naf with the lurk smoke. Nico would have to cross the mid doors. Monacy still perched short. Nexa anchoring long. 55 seconds on the clock. If they cut noise in upper tunnels, maybe Twist will look for a fight, right? It's difficult when you're coming out long late because that anchor could be picked, could be behind the doors. They're pressuring B.
Yeah. Hunter, Nico summoned as well. 40 seconds and now the fight is taken. Distraction. Naf eliminated by Nico. Some great supportive work for G2 so far. Cadian spots out that first on site. Monacy's already removed Twist as well towards the doors, so this is just falling into place very nicely for G2. Only the one casualty. Stewie passes his first test in the guns.
Yeah, okay, well, that's really good work from Stewie. The fact that they have tried to isolate him on the first gun round and he's able to deliver 2 kills, well done. Yesterday on Ancient, some impactful rounds that you touched on before. That MP9 round that he had was a bit of a game changer as it got extremely late versus Mouse. And the damage that was done in just the round prior means that we... Oh, okay. I hope they keep coming B. That's something that Stewie definitely brings us some attitude.
I like it. Wow, look at Twist already surging up short. Utility already in the air. So now the early pressure is towards that A site. Monacy's in a position to try and control them.
And what you're hoping to do right now is bait out this CT util as quick as possible, but you need to apply a little bit of pressure, and a bridge smoke will do exactly that. Oh, Skull's in an interesting position with the Mac 10 and upper dark. Can't really take a long-range duel, so has to hope they push into him. There's a nade onto Twists, the noggin. And he'll be dealt with. That was Yakinda swinging out mid-doors.
Yeah, but Twist, he actually managed to use the drop to see that waterfall effect completely covers him under the guise of the smoke for the commitment down. It's a nice frag to post from Twists. They are looking to put some pressure onto both sides through mid here. You've got CT control. Naf starts his crawl. Cadian providing some cover. And not expecting that was Hunter. Completely caught off by the angle of Naf. Stewie, he gets his wish. They're coming to your bomb site, mate. What can you do with it? Does control the spray. Oh, and the last bullet of the mag finds Naf's head. Massive from Stu. Another double kill. 2 for 2 in that department and make it 3. Stewie, he gets what he desires and again picks up the round for G2.
I was going to say, looking disjointed by the B defense, they blocked upper tunnels, and I think Hunter was under the impression that both of them were going to fight for the mid to B fact, but Stewie had stayed on the site. Yeah, Hunter goes down for free, so Stewie definitely had to deliver in that regard. So 2 rounds in a row, Stewie 2K, or Stuart 2000 as he's affectionately known around these parts, with some big impact, pushes Team Liquid down to an eco. And a tactical timeout, Zeus, an opportunity for him to get on the buy. There aren't really many options to run with in a round like this. You're talking about 2.2k on the high end, and with the loss bonus of 1.9, well, that is the established floor. So should be an eco. Next round of play, see the guns come back out, but G2, unless something goes catastrophically wrong, will be leveling the playing field out at 3-3. Now, Hunter's invested in with an MP9. That tells me that they are aware of the economy situation and reading it exactly as they should. And we will probably see some aggression from Hunter in this round, either up mid or into upper tunnels, taking a fight, trying to farm up.
Oh, the last 2 bullets, shoulder then head. Couldn't be better.
Oh, Bluebin, they don't know.
Is he overlooking it?
Does he
No,
know?
he'll clear. He'll clear. And just about controls the spray. Gosh, that's getting a bit awkward now for Nico. The pressure is coming. He has got support. Shouldn't be too alarming, but actually, Nath and now Yakinda have taken down rifles respectively. There is a very fast flank from Hunter, but it is suboptimal for G2. Imagine. Actually, the crosshair placement's perfect. Yakinda gets another.
This is $400 worth of investment, Alex.
Bloody hell. Twist is going to
Just
get run
flashes.
boosted across. I mean, an AWP is the perfect weapon to deal with a long crawl. You can see that this should be Monacy's frag all day long. He's missed it now. Twist has got 3 HP. If that was to spread, okay, it's all fine. Yakinda's taken the bomb elsewhere.
Well, he's still in with the conversation for a clutch. What would be worse, the one that G2 lost to Apex with the Scout, or 2 flashes and 5 Glocks versus Liquid?
Yeah, it's a toss-up, actually. I'm not sure. Oh my god, he's found Monacy, catches him off completely, and Stewie is in an uncomfortable position. G2 are in an uncomfortable position. A full economical, a couple of flashbangs and the starter pistol. And now Yakinda's going to look for the info spots. Now Stewie, he knows where he is. And now he's got Monacy's AWP to put the cherry on top to steal this round away from G2. And Stewie 2K, after the impact he's already had, has to try and catch them off again. Yakinda, considering his options, sets his attention towards the ramp. Stewie crouches in, and Liquid! Some absolute robbery! They had nothing but pistols. First Nico, and the rest, they just fall like dominoes.
Oh, someone should make a compilation of these eco rounds, essentially, that G2 have lost. I can think of 3. That's...
It wasn't even like double Glock dink. It was body shot Glocks onto Nexa.
Good shit, boys.
I mean, admittedly, the conversion from Yakinda is stylish as well. Just catching that lovely reposition. Monacy was completely unprepared for it, but that's going to rock G2. Just as the confidence was starting to bloom, your B-Anchor had passed a couple of early tests, and now you've dropped an eco.
That sours the mood. That losing that type of a round.
Oh, yeah, it gives you the shivers.
You feel... I think embarrassed is probably the word that I would run with in that environment. Well, hold up. You still got plenty of rounds left to play. Let's see if they can bounce back into things. Monacy AWP. Shui's the only one not rocking a rifle into round number 7.
What do you make of this start? This kind of 3B start? Is it very passive? You're kind of conceding mid and hoping that Monacy's AWP can be enough to dissuade any particularly A-centric plays?
Well, the thing with the A plays is if they do a short execute, then Monacy can always play retake as long as your long anchor stays alive.
Right.
So right now they are going with this type of stack because of how under the pump the B bomb site has felt or has been, even though Stewie's been able to pass the test. And they're lighter on the weaponry, lighter on the util. But one of the keys right now is the util they're holding on to, where at the 49-second mark and smokes are now just being deployed. We still have 2 remaining, one on Nexa over towards long, one on Hunter over towards B. They should start pressuring in towards upper dark very shortly. It feels like maybe this is even too late for G2 to be acknowledging the possibility. They blocked upper tunnels, and now the issue is they need to get back across mid doors, which is where the AWP tends to cover off rotations.
Yeah, pressure is on now for Monacy. Just him and Nexa
20
to defend this
seconds,
side. Yeah, it is a time-sensitive mission for Liquid. The flash delays them further. They're hiding out behind this smoke. If Monacy nails this, that's the bomb on the floor. Nexa's done well to find a multi-kill elsewhere, and it's just fallen apart. Time is not on their side here. Monacy gets one mid-air, and Cadian's AWP's going to get run down. Trying to take it away from him, and they'll do so successfully. A big smile on Taz's face. It's a peculiar round out of Team Liquid there.
I think there'll be a lot of those rounds today in this series. They were able to get map control relatively early. The pressure that they were applying obviously wasn't enough. They went for this double long play to deal with the anchor, with the short pressure, which is what you're hoping for, to isolate one individual, and Nexa gets a double. Oh, okay, so on the transition on the way down, back off the box. I'd be, yeah, all right, well, the wings of glory. Whoa, okay. Cadian flash for a long corner fight. He's taking out Nexa through the long corner smoke.
We have to get used to the Dust2 first contact timing.
That's something that we haven't, obviously with the mid-door fights being the key, we always would get a little bit more time to show a few of these replays, but now that this is back in the pool, well, they are in a bit of a box, Team Liquid, even with the opener. They go towards lower. I think Monacy's good for 1.
You'd think so. Oh, actually, just pulling away.
Well, the timer.
No, Stewie. He needs a multi-kill here, and he will unload his magazine in combination with Hunter. Liquid completely shattered. Cadian's his next victim as well. 3 kills for Stewie. And Monacy wraps it up. Keep coming, boys. Oh, he's a gangster. It's 4-4, and now Liquid back to peasantry.
Well, no. Hold up, that's their key to success,
no,
Alex.
Yeah, that worked really well for them last time. You're
they
right.
love the squalor.
Yeah, okay.
Get down in the mud.
This is the opener. Unfortunately, we've got a great replay off, and look at that, just banging straight through the smoke. Nexa caught out. Stewie's just having the best time. Like, if we were to just make a highlight reel of the B hits. He's been having a whale of a time. Hunter's going to get himself a quick 600. Kinder jumps into his jaws. Don't lose 2 anti-ecos. That's just that's ridiculous. No. That's not a thing.
No.
And they don't have any flashes now, so obviously it was the flashes last
Yeah, that
time.
was the key. That was definitely the key. Well, if we just reflect on the rounds that have been won by Liquid so far, it's been pistol with force by conversion, and then up against a couple of saves that came down to a one-on-one, which is essentially where things started to go wrong.
Okay, I can give you a quiz while we're here. You see the tobacco shop there?
Oh, is that what that means?
Tabac, yeah.
Okay.
Any other shops you can name that are on Dust2?
There's a dentist.
Well done. There's another one.
There's an internet cafe at Short.
Nice. It's right there on your screen. Oh, the Telecorp. I didn't know about the Telecorp. But there's the barber as well.
Oh, there's a barber.
The coiffeur.
I need to go to a barber.
Yeah. Get shaped up.
Bit of a beard trim.
I'm going for the leave it and see approach right now. To see how much of a mushroom I can have. Ah, the Cyber Cafe. There it is. Nico's got the God Flash. Can't see this one coming after the leaves of the palm. And Hunter, oh, he's called himself a nice little victim there. It's twists down and controls the... Oh, he controls it magnificently.
Ace.
It's Hunter's all 5. Pads the stats and secures a 5th. Up to 10k now in the bank as well, so Team Liquid have got their work cut out for them if they want to try and humble G2's economy.
Cadian has a question to ask himself. Would he like to run Glass Cannon AWP? Because it's possible, 4,800. So if they feel they need the pressure of the sniper on this very map, we could see him invest into it. But no, he's gone for the util option. Now, they do have a couple of long spawns. Let's see if they want to contend for this. Ah, I love it. G2, they feel it's coming. They're playing 4A. This will be a biff on long, Alex.
This is going to be a fast round, folks. Strap in. Stewie getting across behind the smoke. They've thrown out the lamp smoke. T-smoke on the corner, spamming the smokes. Lots of damage, no deaths. Nico very low, clear of the smoke with the HE's big. Stewie will convert, they're on the blue bin. That could be one hell of a nade. One hell of a nade indeed. Twists and skulls, very low. Hanging on by a thread. A boost on the blue bin is a lot of info. And he's going to get the spam as well. 5v3. Skull's 20 HP. He's going to be just left out high and dry by his team. Stewie's got his cross back. And it's going to be Nexa to find it. So that's not gone well for Liquid. Well,
great read from G2.
Right.
That's what you really...
Starting 4 long.
Yeah, and that's something in the meta that you can... We were talking about before, teams who just want to take the long control, something that you could do. And you need to make sure that you're hedging your bets correctly. Because if they did do something fast mid to B or B-centric, you essentially lose the round and then you have to save because B is very difficult to retake. Cadian should be dead. And there you have it. So that's a read from G2 to go for the 4 long, and that feels really good because you feel like you're in your opponent's head.
Can it be a read if the fast long is only determined when they get long spawns? You know, like, is that not the case when you're going for such an intense long play with all of this?
I think that's part of the read.
But how would you know if they've got the good spawn?
You don't.
So how's it a read?
So that I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
you don't know what's on the other side of the server, but you're thinking of what is the option that is most likely going to be called from them, if possible.
Right. Okay.
Right. So okay. Well, the round that they won earlier, the one that you touched on when we were having the discussion, was the long control.
Right.
If we're returning to rounds that they've won, they won a pistol, they won a B-centric anti-eco round, and they won an all-out long force by against force by round. So, and then they won the Glock round, right?
The Glocks, yeah.
So the one that actually was contending against the thing that resembled the gun round the most, and the thing that they haven't done throughout the rest of the half, has been an all-in long.
I see.
Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they get the spawns, right? G2 aren't to know that,
you
but
want
they
to
know.
account for it.
You want to know what, and the thing is as well, if they did a default round and you did 4 long, right? Okay, well then you can just now rotate back into a standard round. The only thing that would punish you would be if they went, oh shit, we think they're going to do 4 long,
let's
do a fast mid to B or B play.
Yeah. Interesting. Just some deagles for them here. Shouldn't be too much fun for Team Liquid. Then again, what do we know after the Glock round already? Team Liquid have demonstrated they could do it with little, but no util bar a smoke on Twist. I mean, getting past this two-man B defense is going to be a big ask.
You're going to have to hit a banger here now on the scout, and that means that Hunter would have to be committed to an angle as opposed to on the jiggle. But they can creep in with him holding on the deeper sight lines.
30 seconds, folks. It's going to come to its conclusion shortly.
It's so quiet on the rest of the map, though.
Yeah, that's a good start. Stewie, what you got for us? It needs to be a multi, just holding down Mouse 1. A lovely spray, converts the second. That's the bomb into the site. Cadian hits the shot just in time. Monacy has the cross, but it's going to be a scout from NAF. Has a little look. They use the HE to guise the cross, but still Cadian goes down. Twist, trying to get across. It costs him all of his health with a leg shot through the door. Bomb goes down with a second to spare, but still no one, no hope. NAF gets run down. Nice play from G2. They handled that despite some good shots being hit.
And this is something that once we get to see more and more Dust2 being played, you can't take as many risks. And they didn't have a choice, right? They even used the HE, and I still can't believe that Monacy gets away with a kill and a tag. That's insane. But that's what the AWPers, especially the flashy, quick, insane AWPers, can bring you on Dust2. If you're worried about him on the T side going for mid-door picks, then you have to start using smoke or HEs as you cross. I can't believe he's done that. That's it. Like somebody who's quick, like they can be very punishing. Cadian's dropped out the decoy here to bait the shot. See if Monacy. Oh, he just shot it. Nothing there, didn't he? The first one.
Yeah, I think that may be the case.
His decoy scare him or something.
Well, that's a deep smoke, and it looked like their intentions were long centric to start. You're not going to brave that one, that's for sure.
It's even tough for them to look to default because of how heavy they started towards A. So you have the late responder of Yakinda towards tunnels who has to worry about lower because Cadian didn't maintain mid-door control, so that's always possible. But they're, being able to slink down middle, so the AWP presence is over towards A. That gives them some freedom.
Seen that angle before with Skulls. And his battle versus 9Z. 9Z semi-finalists.
Insane.
Crazy.
They're trying to target Nexa now. So they've tried the B anchor. Hasn't really worked. Now they're trying the long anchor.
Nico distract. And actually finds Skulls. Controls it beautifully upon the clear of the smoke. They know the long anchor still stands. And Nico, he actually goes back for more. Gets Cadian down low. Does lose his life. Nexa's going to be swung on here. Gets ahead of the play. Big frag from Nexa to equalize. That's the bomb on Cadian, so he looks to pivot. Stewie and Hunter have evacuated B, but that's been audible. Yakinda's heard all of that. And Stewie, completely caught out. Lingered on a pre-aim.
Do it.
Doesn't catch Yakinda. Bomb's going B. Hunter, they heard your steps. They know where you are. They heard that double two-man rotation towards CT. Twist is going to be catching him upon the fade here. And that final round of the first half of the first map concludes. It's 7-5, a two-round difference. G2 in the lead. Let's see what happens in that second half.
This ain't new to me. This ain't new to me. This ain't new to me. You took me for. Imagine that when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. When they ask what I do for a living, I just say I met paper, appear like the magic man. Imagine that when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. Keep cool and calm like the attic fan. We met paper, appear like the magic man. Deal with the money like David James. Save and save and save and save. Lock it in a box like David Blaine. Discipline thing, I ain't playing no games. Money for run, I've got plans and aims. Man, I live by the old school sayings. Every mickle must make a muckle is true. Big up my granddaddy, showed me the way. More times that notes and I act roll, cause I'm like Houdini, I'm trying to escape. Passport's gotta get another new stamp, so don't say a word if you see me on planes. Winter time, man can't see me again. Pop up in the country with a mad name. Little man, I don't wanna hear no talk when I come for the money like Diggs and Wayne.
This ain't new to me, no talk. This ain't new to me, no talk. This ain't new to me, my you. Me a technophone.
Imagine that, when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. When they ask what I do for a living, I just say I make paper appear like the magic man. Imagine that, when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. I keep cool and calm like the attic fan. We make paper appear like the magic man. Imagine that, when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. When they ask what I do for a living, I just say I make paper appear like the magic man. Imagine that, when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. Keep cool and calm like the attic fan. We make paper appear like the magic man.
Man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Look, man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Look, man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Look, man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Look, man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Look, man, I don't wanna hear no talk. Wanna hear no talk, no talk, no talk.
See the stack levitate like dynamo. I keep it low key, I don't like to show. Corridor is real, a man like to steal, so I don't watch face and I mind my own.
25 guys, you're gonna have to lurk. You're gonna have to lurk, guys.
I'm just walking through the smoke, fuck it. Yellow one.
He's watching. He's watching.
He's watching.
Side, on the ramp. Oh,
Yeah.
jump shot, Jesus.
Come.
Dick.
They are not in feet, okay?
Flash is B, come in B. B, pop.
I flash.
I'm hiding. He could be peeking.
I can flash again, guys.
Nothing out.
I'm Ollie.
You're good,
Nice,
Jake.
Jake.
It's clear, guys.
Watch out mid. We have
Lurker.
C4.
Nice! Bro, they keep coming.
Jake, bro.
They keep coming, bro.
We've been seeing a whole lot of Dust2, and it looks like things have been going swimmingly for G2. Liquid, this is a map they've had a bit of proficiency on. And coming into this best-of-3 series with an advancement match, it's going to be interesting to see how things boil out in our second half. We swap in sides. Team Liquid are now on the defense. And we've got G2 taking to the attack. So far, Stewie, top of the scoreboard. And with Nico and Monacy right behind him, you've got all your ingredients there for a bit of a G2 potion.
Yeah, and so far G2 have been better in the rifle rounds, the type of rounds that Liquid won, pistol conversions, Glock rounds.
Yeah. Well, from the P250 on the pistol, Twist has once again been situated with a upgraded pistol, this time the dual Beretta, so plenty of bullets.
On short.
Yeah, so they'll catch a glimpse of him, perhaps avert the gaze on towards the clear on Twist. Here we go. This is the setup. Oh, he just looked away. And still Twist profits. He might get more than one. Oh, he does. Double kill with the dualies. Next, we're already down to 39. Naf will take him down. That's the bomb. That's the round, folks. That's a convincing start for Team Liquid on their CT side.
Again, look, I think that if they're only able to, well, let's not say only, it only matters in the context of the victory, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you're looking at it over a broader picture of maybe the series, but in the map, let's say you win both pistols and, yeah, your first half wasn't very good as far as the gun rounds are concerned, but you still win, who cares? But at the moment, yeah, the guns have definitely been better for G2, and you touched on Stewie as the top of the server for G2. He was key. He got a multi-kill every time they came towards his site. So he was a factor in just shutting down that and then potentially ruining the game plan of Liquid, right? That is, well, then goes back into the conversation we're having about losing gun rounds. Thanks to Stewie.
Oh, sit down. These are my frags.
You shouldn't have got dinked, mate.
Damn. They're oozing confidence, aren't they?
Well, he's still got a smile on his face.
All good. Cadian just got sat on his arse by a teammate.
And no one can drop him an AWP. So does he class cannon again? We had that discussion in the first half. Okay, Hunter's asking for something. Does Hunter have a long spawn? Let's have a look. This is one of the, I suppose, biggest keys that we need to be looking for.
True.
Oh, I should probably make sure I have CS. No, he doesn't have a B spawn. Sorry, a long spawn at all.
So Nico just jump spot suicide for any mid-aggressions. And they start 3 towards upper.
Oh, Liquid are very, very fortunate. Sort of 4A to deal with any early long pressure. The fact that G2 didn't go fast or explode, they will be popping into Twist, but the rotation should be on the way.
Twist in the window. Good flashes. You can see that barrage completely obscures his contributions. Nico catches Naf on the cross. It's only a Kinder and Twist that can provide some support. Still Twist onto Stu, keeps it level. Playing for the retake now. Retooling, lining up some util. They've got a lot of util to retake this site.
Honestly, has one more smoke, though. And if that deployed to doors... Oh, the CTs have just lobbed one of their own through to ask a few questions. So they'll trade those out. As they're coming through upper tunnels, Nico's been great. So the fact that he did cut off rotation and now he's disappeared, and he's also playing a very annoying position towards T-spawn, that should be the round.
It's a lot of resources to lose into a very unfavorable retake. So looks like they are backing away.
Playing for damage, however, this pivot around T-spawn from Cadian and Twist is to punish them on the way out. I think fortunately for G2, they have quite a few individuals with full HP, so they will be able to save quite close to the bomb site.
You can even save Car. Nice from Cadian. Does manage to remove Nico, force a rebuy out of him. So yeah, making the best out of a bad situation, keeping 4 guns.
Well, thanks to Hunter for demonstrating that. I still can't believe that was one of the things that I really disliked about this map.
I remember.
And then one of the reasons why I was happy to see them upgrading the bomb radius. You shouldn't be able to literally be able to see the bomb while it detonates.
Just sitting at bricks.
Like, unless you're in long pit, right? That's
that's
might be
that's an exception to the rule.
You're inside the 4 walls of the B bomb site.
It's tiny, yeah.
Like,
Cadian, he had an opportunity there, hasn't been able to convert it.
okay, so setting up a retake mid, and this is something that I like to see out of Team Liquid, is the fact that they're at least suggesting that. It changes the speed of defaults from G2. So a flash over, they have to worry about short, they have to worry about mid doors. There's no progression from the lower dark players because, well, they want this molly from Stewie. So if there is anybody in lower...
Then they throw the flash, we've seen this before.
Bang. And now, lower dark is yours. But think about how much it's stalled out. We're at about 1:10.
Oh, wow.
They don't even have basic map control yet.
But yeah, the call is outstanding. If they just contact out long, there's no one there. Nico's making a lot of noise. He's got his boots knocked off. Does the CT smoke and a flash to keep them on their toes. Flashing out short, so this long crawl is working out wonderfully for G2. You've got 3 players starting to head that way. Cadian still worried about short. They're so concerned. Cadian needs to focus on long. He gets his eyes on the angle, but right between the 2 of them, Stewie good for 1, Nexa another. G2 are into A if they can get past Skulls, and they will. So a couple of important frags there from Nexa, and G2's 9th is secure.
The gun round success continues. I can't believe they've just forgotten about long.
It was an interesting one. Normally, I mean, typically you park one dude there and then you can go on your adventures short or CT.
So what information did they have up until that point? Well, they knew that there was 1 player back cat and 2 players lower dark.
Well, they knew they did the top mid molly and the flash from lower, or flash into lower.
Yes, so you're accounting for 3 players.
You heard Nico towards Xbox, and I guess that was enough for you to think it's short-centric.
Oh, well played from G2 to grab their 9th. They're giving up a couple of casualties. Oh, they just keep on fragging. The Canadians in combination. Spread, and Naf gets to survive. So just 1 of the 2 rifles will be carried through. But yeah, if I'm Taz, I'm very happy with that. Yeah, this is one of the worst ways to die if you're Yikinda in that situation. But
it looks silly, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does, because you knew that you didn't have long. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a little bit of an odd one. Second tactical timeout called from Zeus, coach of Team Liquid. You have 1 saved M4. Skulls could buy 1. Yikinda could buy. Twist can buy. It would just be Cadian operating on something a little bit lighter. Could they drop him a scout?
Yeah, he can work with that, can't he? He can even just go for... Actually, he's been dropped an MP9.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, looking at Cadian's foray into the CT AWP so far, he's had maybe two misses that he probably expects himself to hit. And, you know, it's an expensive weapon. When you've had it in your hands and 2 of those have already been gone by just like that, you're going to have very few opportunities. It doesn't pull the trigger, but spots out Twist. An aggressive CT smoke, that's going to infer they could be lower. Nico and Hunter are dispatched to clear it out.
Now, I think in this situation, because of the type of gun, I was going to say that you would leave Cadian.
Sure.
Because you would prefer your rifle to be rotating than your MP9.
Look at this. They've used 1 nade so far, Chad.
Yeah, it does leave a lot more options open for late, which is nice.
Yeah, they've got oodles of utility. I think that's a technical term.
I think something that is really important on a map like Dust2 is, again, to return to this strong AWPer conversation, because it means that as a T, you might not have to use as many flashes to clear because they're going to be afraid of your AWP posted. Double nades, nuclear damage. Chewy down to 1 point of health. m0NESY chip, Nico the same. Well-placed nades from Liquid. Next round, they're only getting 2,400 as the loss bonus. So if they want to try and keep this one close, Team Liquid, I feel like they desperately require this round win.
Nico's taking the bomb outdoors. Twist, he's looking for answers here. Trying to catch the right timing. The flash is there, but m0NESY very quick on the draw with the AWP. Smoke arrives. Need to elevate if you want to see over that. Yakinda blocked off. They're heading towards Nav's location. He is alone. He is on an island, stranded. Painting faces on volleyballs. He needs help. Oh, come on! Straight through the block smoke, into his face. Nico has won them the round.
Oh, and Nav has to play a position like that because he can't be open to doors or window. That is the fortune smiling upon Nico.
I mean, for Naf, you can do nothing but shrug. You know, what can you do? Skulls has been here the whole round, getting to get familiar with the angle.
Well, when we were watching Vitality versus G2 on this map just the other day, one of the things that I liked was how frisky Flamesy would get towards long if it was quiet. And it's difficult. It's a big risk for your long anchor to take, but if you're emboldened by that confidence, it came in a lot in the round because most of the time it's just one player sitting outside those doors, and sometimes none if they're working on other map control. And if you're... Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, Cadian holds on to all of an MP9. At least he gets to hold on to something alongside the Yakinda. G2. It's their map choice next.
Yeah, right.
And that was after these nades. Crikey.
I mean, this is a great cover from m0NESY. He was safe from the flash, made a big difference. I think 2 of the others were blind as a bat. That's the spray from Nico that makes the 10th round a reality.
Yeah, that definitely does warrant a smirk.
Oh, hang on, Chad. Just be careful, because Team Liquid haven't fully invested. So G2 might be in danger.
Oh, dear.
How can a team that looks so good look so bad against the lesser buys? It's baffling.
I'm not sure.
The rounds we've seen them concede at this tournament alone.
Yeah, those three. So there was 2 against Vitality in the same map.
And then this one here.
And the Glock one. The compilation of those. They maybe that's what you could use to deter people. I don't even know what you would say. I don't know what the message would be. But there's got to be some message there. It's like a coach's nightmare fuel.
Truly.
Watching those rounds unfold.
G2 knocking out Mouse yesterday. Now setting their sights and securing the playoffs.
Oh, that was nice.
And that sounded great, didn't it? Just multiple things through the door. Takes down Nexa. Yeah, GR at a disadvantage again here, G2. The comms flowing for Liquid.
Okay, so it's a fake. They're just trying to keep presence. Twists. Oh, he's so lucky he didn't get caught.
Now there's only 2 there, but one of them's the rifle. They know Yakinda's rifle was towards long. Now on the ramp, he has to manage his angles very well, very carefully. You know there's an open play. That's a great Molotov to force him wide. He tries to bide his time. Stewie will collect. Very uncomfortable for Yakinda, even more so for Skulls. Just not the weapon or the angle to take him down. Well handled here. He even tucked in, ready for the flash. He should go down just about.
They should have a look.
No kit, but very low HP on Hunter. Stewie worse for wear as well. Twist could do something with this. It's about who pulls the trigger first. Oh, and Twist has nailed the headshot. It's all onto the 10 HP of Hunter. If he could just play the tie, they're jumping for him. He does well to find Twist. Now the clock is his best friend. He gets run down.
No time.
No time, but an AK and a whole lot of damage. G2 take 11. They'll be happy with that.
Oof, Naf can't even find the AWP from m0NESY there on the way out the door. Look, loss bonus is definitely playing into Team Liquid's favor, sure, but just 2 rounds now for G2, and they'll secure map number 1. Looks like there's vibes.
Just got the AWPer in the last second
Oh,
there.
nice.
Wow. Incredibly hard fought. Team Liquid, they are making them work for it. shooting.
Yeah, I think that is tough for Twists and Naf in that situation. Even though you've acknowledged that it's a short plant, where possibly is Hunter, time's against you. But G2, they salvage it. Counterman against another lighter buy. Long pressure applied. That molly stalls them. They're exploding.
Yeah, Cadian's not got the weapon for the job here.
Double orbs.
Yeah, Twist has already found one. Hunter meets Twist secondary AWP, and oh, lovely work from Cadian there. Anticipating the jump into the pit from Stu over the smoke. Two-man advantage, both from the AWPs connecting.
I wouldn't rule them out of the round just yet. I think the fact that they have m0NESY alive and able to patrol down this corridor of long, if anybody from Team Liquid oversteps the mark, he can punish. Nico showing you another way to get that long smoke for the cross. They have a HE on Naf. He's currently dealing with mid doors, so they can't really clear the smoke.
Ooh, Skulls. Committed to this. Tries to drop off silently and does so. Molly, oh, doesn't stop him. Would have forced him into the angle. Now Cadian's off once again. Fills the feed onto Nico. Good work so far from Liquid, just locking it out perfectly. Converting those picks. A leg shot and finish. Solid from Liquid. That's a convincing one.
But you now, as G2, are well aware that they have double orbs. And what's just come through the pipeline is the fact that G2 are actually in a bit of financial trouble, which could lend them to punishing double orb setup. Now, the next thing that factors in is going to be what spawns are available to them. If you try and scrim out long and you don't get a fight long corner, then you have long control, but without weapons to use at long range. So essentially what you need to happen is a series of events that allow you to close down this distance and win some early duels and then potentially play out a mid-round, or have a big follow-through. And by that I mean you will need the flashes to constantly cascade with probably some quick long crossover smoke so that you can do this as fast as possible, because the longer you wait, the better it is for the CTs to then set up a defense to deal with it. Now, it is going to be the force from G2, of course it is. Next round they get the 1900 loss, so that was the 1400 they got off the back of that one. They have to invest, but they haven't. Okay, hold up a second. No, they haven't gone all in. So there has been some light upgrades, so never mind. It feels like they're happy to concede this one. Next round get the 19, which will put... We're talking... It's Galil territory, sketchy. Or if you want util, so it's not going to be the best of buys. I am surprised to see them not shove here.
Skulls handles it well.
No support for him at all, Alex. Clearly isolated.
I mean, he's going to lose the right. Oh, lovely work. The fact he gets a third on the swing from Nico. Now Twist is there to stop the retrieval, doesn't hit the shot. Next, he'll at least grab himself the AK-47, and it's a tough one here. Yakinda, he can't go any further. Hunter has locked that off.
Another kill. I think you'd be happy with it if you're G2.
Yeah, for sure. Yakinda anticipating Hunter's, or rather Nexus' return out of the long doors. If Hunter walks suicide, he could catch him here, but he's being half spotted as well. The team play's great here. Twist spotting suicide. Just as he looked away, Nexa got out. So this might be a bit of a surprise. Doesn't matter. A well-placed cross there, and a double kill to make it 9.
Props to Skulls. I understand he was only dealing with pistols there, but still quite difficult in that anchor position. So the fact he gets 3, really good work. Now we are going to see those buys that I was talking about come through. They've been able to facilitate an AWP for m0NESY. That's thanks to Nexa. There is one Galil. I think the Mac 10 for Stewie. I think the limiting factor might be slightly lacking util. You were touching on before just how many nades they had left in some of these mid-round scenarios. Well, right now, not everybody fully equipped. Hunter and Nexa without any nades, really.
Yakinda's gone Aggie lower, and I'm wondering to see if how Hunter and Nico's approach disrupts that. Now, Cadian's supporting him. All early on the nade.
Should we consider the molly from Palm Tree? There it is.
Oh, Yakinda's in trouble. Forced forward. An incendiary from his teammate to peek over. Oh, he's in such an uncomfortable position, but he still leave with 1.5. Nico put low as well. Make the best of a difficult scenario there, Yakinda.
Cadian, who's going to float back towards mid doors? They might have to go for an upper dark push, but Twists with the AWP, yeah, you can see he's going to have to be careful of a lot of these lines. So not going for a full clear, just going to hold offensively, having to rejig this because they know that the mid to B is where they are weak right now, Liquid. Oh, do you go ahead of it if you Twists? Oh, you don't need to.
That whole movement sequence from Hunter was to try and bait the orb shot. Twist has actually nailed it regardless and now has full upper tons control. Surely Nav can start to poke his nose in towards the mid question. Now the util is about to be thrown out by Nico towards A. The Vanguard smokes. Molly towards Goose and Go. A boost for Monoseat. They are light on time. Very light on time. Next are going for a late long arrival. Skulls is holding. Oh, just looks away. Two backs are turned. It could have been beautiful, but it looked good for Liquid. Naf will finish it off nicely. And we've just got a one-round game, folks.
Yeah, that was insane. He got one. I agree with Katie in there when he was just discussing this with Yakinda, because they've gone through the correct protocols to deal with the aggressive move. And then the way they've dealt with it is the mid-ramp molly, and at that point, Yakinda can't go forward, can't go backwards. He is isolated, and they have to deal with him. Yeah, bang on. That's an impactful kill. Hard to disagree with that. Yakinda over towards B in support with Naf. So these AWPs, 1A, 1 middle, and they forced out more. Naf removing Nico from round number 22. Starting to flex a bit with the AWPs, aren't they, Liquid?
Yeah, Twist, he can do it with anything, can't he? He's got Yakinda to support. Tags up Monoseat. And Yakinda will finish it off. So that's team play, baby. Another tag hits from that Twist's AWP.
Or sending them between AWPs, aren't they? You can get past the one in middle. Now it's just to get past one at short. Run boost.
Come on, Cadian. Let's see how quick you are. Didn't quite nail the acrobatics. And Cadian will profit. Hunter was already tagged up by Twist. Hits a nice headshot, but Twist, he's not stopping for anyone. Gets his 22nd. And Team Liquid have closed the gap entirely. That is a 4-round run from them. Only 4 kills from G2 over the course of those 4 rounds total.
Yeah, and that is what's given them an impressive amount of cash to close out this map potentially with, or at least take us to overtime. 7k remaining on the likes of Twist, closer to 8. You've got 9.5 for Naf. Katie, after getting dropped the AWP from Skulls, has 8.8. So plenty of money. Ooh, next is doing the Twist smoke.
He's doing the Twist smoke. They know they've only
one player B.
They've got double AWPs.
All on Naf.
Fast play commitment, Naf. What have you got for us? They're pushing you. He throws out the flashbang. Naf, 100-0's Monoseat with the incendiary. They're out. Naf's begging for backup. Cavalry's coming. Nico does find one. Still Naf stubborn. On the site. Good for one more.
Chewy.
3v3. Stewie down. Great cover from Cadian. The pace change from G2. It boils down with an advantage for Liquid. This is a big round with huge ramifications. Can Nexa and Nico convert the disadvantage scenario?
Oh, Twist keeps moving. Look at him. Already rerouting, knowing they can't just all sit out.
Nico's working on a flashbang, though. It's about the time, and Cadian's staring at it. His back now turned. Flash and push. Nexa needs to hit the shot here and didn't get anything on his first cross.
Skulls has full nades for the retake. Start lobbing these out, boys. One car, one pat, maybe sight.
This is the fight. It's all gone wrong for Nexa and Nico. Team Liquid with one on B, and they lock it down.
But this is the detail. That we didn't really catch it, but Naf's incendiary that went to upper tunnels, I'm pretty sure whoever was playing Fireman threw the smoke into the leg of Stewie. Right, so
I flashed. Long clear.
They might door, they might door.
I'm bottom, so blind, I'm so blind.
I'm gonna flash in, Max, wait!
Yeah, flash you can.
Flash over!
Current right side.
Flash over, rush again, flash!
Doors, indoors.
Yeah, two big box, two big box.
Outdoor.
Doors,
Both
both.
Big box.
Stop.
Oh, and they stopped on Twist request.
yeah, well, yeah, everyone calm down. Let's stop trying to feed the fights. But so I'm pretty sure whoever was to extinguish the incendiary hit Stewie in the back of the leg.
So no extinguished Monoseat
and
dies.
then running through, more damage done.
Interesting. Oh, wow. I mean, you were bang on in the sense that Nav really was completely isolated. You could just hear in the comms as well. He's just going, I'm blind, I'm so blind, I'm blind, I am so blind. But he does so well.
Yeah.
Just living. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do.
If Liquid win this, they've really snatched it away, haven't they? It looks like it could be a 6-round run. They're going again?
That's ambitious. Okay. Here we go. Flash is arriving. Naf got to do something pretty brilliant here. I'm blind, I'm so blind, and now Stewie's dead. Oh, Naf! Oh, that is outstanding! A triple in defense of the B site, and Liquid snatching Dust2 away. It's their map pick for a reason, baby. They take it in regulation. That is an impressive, pacey finish from Team Liquid. Defending back-to-back B hits from G2. Some ballsy calling from Nico, but it does not land. Intrigued. I'm very intrigued as to whether or not we see Nuke. G2 on Inferno with the Stewie 2K stand-in. It was close on the first. Let's see if it's the same here. Map 2.
I've worked it out. It could be an air conditioner that uses liquid, and they thought that was a little bit unfair.
Yeah. No, it's G2 that want to use the liquid to take a third map. Oh, look at this little lineup from Skulls. He's in a position to flash mid on Cadian's call should the steps start to trundle up middle. Hasn't been heard.
Twist has had 6 kills over both pistols so far. Let's see how many more he gets. Had an opportunity to joust down mid. Now, after a little bit of a foray up banana, now they're coming up the guts. Cadian on the long side. Twist back to pit. Skulls in the sight. Moto smoke lined up. Molly towards Twist position likely.
Yeah, here comes the Molly. Down goes
They're coming
Monacy.
through long.
Oh, Yakinda. Oh, he's done well to find one onto Nexa, and Naf's right there to deal with the Hunter extra. It's a bit of a race towards B here. Nico and Stewie are charging. Naf's going to be there to spot the cross.
Oh, they're ahead of this.
Trying to block it.
Oh.
Oops. It's gone a little further than he would have liked. And now he's just going to play the numbers game, wait for the team. It does mean that the bomb goes down. I say with bated breath. Yep, gets the bomb down. So that's certainly going to embolden them into the next round of play. It's now Nico in a 1 versus 4. Goosh has been hit. Cadian softened up, and he does find a clean headshot into the first. Taking down Twist is a good start. That's even better. Could have been more. Cadian only had 3 HP. If that bullet had connected, he had a 1v1.
I want to request this now. After Cadian gets the kill onto the Coffins player, can we get the comms
Okay.
from that point onwards?
After Cadian gets the kill.
Because it felt like something was being called, and I would like to know what it was.
You got it.
So if we could get that,
I'm not doing it.
that'd be great. Oh. Okay, well, we
That was it.
heard it there. Okay, so maybe we don't need the comms.
Okay. Well, you got what you wanted.
Yeah, okay. Well, nice. So bomb went down, but bomb was defused. We know there's a difference in the loss bonus, so you get about 25, 26, 50, depending on if you had util or if you bought Kevlar on the pistol round.
Oh, we saw this before, didn't we?
Yes, but this time it's actually Nico, the one dropping the AK-47 into the hands of Mornage. Shan Mornage.
Little gap there for Monacy's hero AK to poke his nose through. Another slightly overshot nade there from Naf.
Every day I wake up, I go banana.
Where are you going with that?
Shan Mornage.
Everybody ask me.
Shan him.
Oh, lovely use of this rifle. Monacy's now just got to find Naf, and the sight is theirs. Monacy delivers. That's why Nico gives him the rifle.
And that's why I shan him.
Everybody asks you. An uncomfortable retake. Not even one I'm convinced they're going to go for.
Skull's still on alongside.
But they are there.
Skulls, you're worried about the lurk, mate. We have some bad news for you.
Oh. Little incendiary lineup there.
Okay, well, let's just
Get out of there.
back off.
Skulls was just ahead of the play. He just knew we were saving.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Okay, well, that is one way to win a round.
That's mad, isn't it? How easy that must feel for the rest of G2. They've just kind of been escorted into the premises by Monacy.
Oh, hold up, Twist. How many are you getting? There's 4 available. The first 2, mince meat. The third and fourth are absolutely beautiful, Twist. Great work on the FAMAS. Can he get the AK? Found it. Okay, well, that's so much damage and an upgrade.
Golf claps all round. I mean, you'll take the second round force conversion, but it does get a little bit unsavory, losing everything, including that rifle investment. It's not too bad. You'll have everything you need, but look at Twist go. It's just a demonstration of how on he is right now, just locked in. The desk were discussing his demeanor in the pre-match interview, and it's kind of, he has that same demeanor in the server.
Okay.
the lamp boost without the lamp anymore.
Yeah, and I suppose you've got Yakinda on the jiggle as well. Naf will be able to smoke. Oh,
whoops.
Under the Tootsies. Stewie would have heard that. He was close enough towards Carter to hear them fall off. Flash and fight. Alex, this is about to get very messy.
Naf is going to be flashed in. He's done very well. Look at them go. It's a massacre on Banana. Modesty left alone with no health.
He didn't stop strafing. He has used the UMP to full potential there, Mr. Naf Fly.
That's cool.
That is quite bonkers.
One of them wasn't flashed, but of course he hits the first while moving to the phase.
Was it Stewie who wasn't flashed? He was the one that only had the Mac 10, I believe.
I think so.
The least equipped for this.
So, yeah, he actually just tucked close to the wall, but everyone else mowed down.
Oh, that was sick.
Fuck you, baby.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Expletive something.
Yeah, this is something I was looking for. Setting the target towards Naf's top banana roost. Look at Yakinda. He just has no fear. Comes to claim all of banana for himself and tuck in towards the barrels. Comfortable round here for Team Liquid. Damn, Yakinda with an ace on that MP9, farming up a whole lot of cash and confidence.
We've had two of those. One on Dust2 for Hunter. Now one on Inferno for Yakinda.
Taking it in turns. Get those anti-eco aces.
They're doing... Liquid are doing heroic into a 3-man B setup.
Okay.
I have my PGM quite low, so I can hear the conversation.
That's cheeky. I like to be immersed in the sound of violence in the server.
So I guess is heroic the smoke? Potentially, or it could be the A setup, but either way, 3-man B setup. Look at this. Maybe I'll just start calling it as if I didn't hear Cadian talk.
That's a very well-timed nade. Indicative of a heavy B setup, but that's not going to dissuade Nico and Stewie. Oh, there's more flashes. Such pressure. You can see Naf's got another one.
Oh, that Molly forces the fight.
Barraging these fights, and oh, it's Yakinda again with a left-right good night to Stu and Nico. Mollitia return. Still the advantage for Team Liquid here on the CT side. They're looking very dialed in with the team play. All of that utility, the step by step, the color by numbers. Force the fight into the flash, into the swing. Hunter is going to walk in to test the B site hold. Yakinda on a passive angle. Just going to be jiggling in. Oh, no way! He gets more! It's Yakinda, back-to-back aces if he gets the last. Naf denies it, but still 9 kills from Yakinda in 2 rounds of play.
Yeah, and 9 kills with the MP9. He has, before purchases, he had 12k. Now he's down to just over 11. It was the hero AK put in the hands of Monacy that put the second round on the board for G2. And then, that's where Twist, remember, denied them as they were trying to save towards CT spawn, got himself an AK, him and Naf in unison, locked down B, and apparently B's still closed for business.
And if any of you were wondering why, when CS players were quizzed as to what they wanted to see changed, the MP9 was at the top of the list. It's rounds like that where Yakinda, he, as you said, had so much cash, he's able to facilitate a very scary amount of additional buys.
I think he dropped the AWP.
I think so too, yeah. He's like, hey mate, I've got some extra cash, you fancy one?
Oh, this is fantastic for Team Liquid. 3-round difference. You know G2 are back down to something light, and we can tell you how light it is. It's 4 Deagles and a P250 in the hands of Nexa. There are 2 players yet to get out the starting blocks as far as the kills are concerned. Ooh, a little bit of a wonky nade there, down the guts of middle. That is Nexa and Stewie, both sitting at 0 and 5. I question if we see them continue to return to B.
I would
because
too.
it's been so much banana play at the moment. Other than the pistol, Monacy's been able to take down Skulls, so that's not bad at all, but it's only an MP9 scavenge for his troubles. Cadian deals with Hunter having a look, and you have to go as individuals here if you're G2 to see if you can open things up with these Deagles. clear.
Should have no trouble here, Naf. Perfect into the first. And not too bad into the second as well. Nexa will find him before Twist makes it 5. Locked in. Very convincing start for Team Liquid's defense here. 4 consecutive. After that second round forced by conversion from G2, you know, you thought that would incite a little bit of momentum. But then with Twist doing so much damage and then you lose the next, it just spiraled out of control back into misery.
And might continue to do so. The thing is, Nico is going to be working on banana control alongside of Stu, and that Monacy likely with the AWP is the player. He doesn't have an AWP at the moment, but he'd be the one holding flashes to set them up, which means you're going to need Nexa or Hunter to be more vocal over towards second mid if we want to see them stop leering into just banana plays, I'd say. God, it's a huge nade.
They're doing it all right now.
Well, here's another one. And
another
there
one?
will be another one. Guess if you keep spamming from T-stairs, we know you're home. Oh my god.
Look at them. I mean, just so worse for wear. Now, 3 players of the 5 are susceptible to a 1-bullet M4 headshot, and that's only for the ones that are wielding it. Yakinda, he's got himself an AK with alongside Twist.
And it's 3 of the players who would traditionally be involved in a lot of the map control.
Yeah. Cadian Zorb posted on mid. A well-placed flash required if they want to get up brackets.
Nico could molly this.
Ollie, he shall. Forces Skulls away. Nexa, oh, he had an opportunity, but Skulls has found the headshot very quickly.
Still 2 on B. Yakinda forward. He'll take the fight. Twist not supporting him whatsoever.
Can they get past Yakinda? It's a strong angle. I'm sure Stewie's going to be well drilled on the clear. Still doesn't matter. Yakinda's just in form like that. Stewie doesn't even get to pull the trigger, and G2 just dilapidated.
Now, there is a slight gap that Team Liquid have acknowledged with the setup. You can see Skulls on the Cold Zero box, so that means Long is open, and that's why NAF hasn't pushed into Library and cleared out Arch just yet. In a moment's time, it will be called clear, but as we can see, G2 are operating with a save in mind. It looks like he's feeling himself.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is something we haven't been able to say about Yakinda an awful lot.
Now he can have his gun on the left side again. He's back.
Ah, that was the key. Well, he might find a kill after time, Alex.
Oh, he has. Oh, Hunter's got $50 in his back pocket after that one. It only gets worse for G2.
Oh, no.
This samurai is being dishonored live in front of our very eyes.
The round started with grenade harassment.
They're chopping off their ponytails.
And then finished with Hunter going down after time. I think the smile on the face of Coach Zeus probably tells the story of this one.
7 rounds away from the playoffs. On home soil, force of the North American organization.
Well, considering how poor of a season they've had and the rumors around the team and what the future might hold, hey, a chance to wave to the fans in an arena match is definitely something that not only the org but the players would love.
Nothing but a P250 and $50 spare.
Yeah, who hooked him up with that?
Yeah, someone's been
charitable
generous.
donation.
Ballsy of Cadian to even have a slight aggressive look. Nico wielding an AK here.
Is this the time? I suppose this is the time. Okay, so let's give the lay of the land right now. We are in the Group A lower bracket final. This is for one of the last 2 spots in the playoffs. We have 4 teams locked in. 9Z, they're in a semi. Vitality, they're in a quarter. In Group B, FaZe lost to Spirit earlier, which means FaZe is in the other semi and FaZe is in the other quarter. Now, second place in Group B will play third place in Group A, which is exactly what we're seeing right on our screens right now.
Oh, filthy from Nico. Sorry, Nico interrupted you.
Yeah, well, hold on a second. Naf's interrupted as well. He needs help.
He really does. That hero rifle could translate to G2's second round. It's a Nico round, baby. Twist, however, has caught Stewie's forward position. The spam back through the smoke puts Twist on 30.
Might just save.
Yeah, but that's such
they have a lot of cash. Maybe have a look.
Hunter's looking for something more than a P250 on the floor in the smoke.
Have a little look. This molly in the hands of
the flashes.
Skulls.
Yeah.
This could be... Okay, giving it to Twist, trusting it. to old wise twists.
Molly does put m0NESY into twists. 3v3, time-sensitive mission. They have got kits. They need to be getting on it. The Tech-9 connects from Nexa, and it is G2's second round. No celebrations. They know that they have to continue and keep that up. That's a way back in. That is a way to keep the dream alive of having a competitive Inferno here, but it's just the beginning.
So it's Nico AKs in both rounds that G2 have won. He dropped it to m0NESY the first time they had it, and this one he saved from the previous. This is a great shot to hit onto Katie and absolutely removes him. Naf under a lot of pressure. Nico deals with that with ease, and then Hunter actually does get some action done on the P250, so not a drop in vain. But you need a few more of those, G2. Would love to be able to get yourself... Oh, Kaden got blocked. He was trying to lob out the smoke so he could pick car. He got blocked on the corner. They've had to use 2 CT smokes top banana to try and get this control. So a bit of an unforced error, at least as far as the enemy's concerned.
And it works out. A heavy investment of resources and a 9th death. Just do it, Stewie 2K. Still yet to frag. Every single round you've left spawn and been unable to find a contribution. It's starting to feel quite bleak out there. The double mollies, clears out sandbags.
I think it's really important that Cadian got that kill because of the util that they burnt on what felt like could have been nothing. So important, but still, round I wouldn't say is done just yet. Pressure applied towards B. Yakinda will spam out from behind the coffin smoke. Naf over towards CT can see that the coast is currently clear. Now, I said, you know, unless somebody from G2 is getting pressure over towards Boiler and Halls, they're likely just to keep a lot of these B plays, and it looks like that's the case again. So smokes are plenty, 3 of which, and here they go. Or head of the smokes.
Very blind, tucks in, now trying to provide support. Yakinda has to get one. He's done well to provide it. They still have the number advantage, but the site is lost. Can be difficult to work your way back in.
Nexa has a CT resmoke available after the plant. Double orbs. Ugh.
Yeah, far from ideal. You're just hoping and praying that Cadian finds something, and yeah, he will. Nexa, in pursuit of that CT smoke, has actually given up his life. Hunter, we need both. He gets them from the pool position. Now m0NESY can be activated. A little bit of a wallbang tag. Cadian needs to hit the fast shot. He does. Hunter can't do anything, and it's a retake. A successful one for Cadian. Heavy contributions.
Yeah, beautiful impact from Cadian, and that one, the in-game leader steps up. Had to find the opener and essentially the closing couple of blows right there to allow Team Liquid to get back into that. But you can see how fearsome it can be with a B execute, even with Yakinda getting one on the way in.
I completely understand that Nexa didn't want to throw that smoke out early. Yeah, that's how Stewie's feeling, if you were wondering.
Still doing it with a smile on his face.
Yeah. But you completely understand, right? You don't want to just double smoke. You want to use every second off of the clock. Frustrations are visible for G2. Once you had the bomb down, you start feeling like you've got the edge. m0NESY's trying some aggressive. Orping. Naf is the one to laugh it off. Anyone can do it here. First it was Twists on Dust2. Now it's Naf that takes the shot. Oh, Skulls under a lot of pressure. He gets them both. Massive for Team Liquid. G2 really struggling. Oh, and so is Stewie. He's lost his rifle. Hang on. Can we go back to the Stewie rifle situation?
Oh, and then he's lost. Oh, God. He got a kill at least, though, Alex.
Yeah, okay.
He got a kill.
Bloody hell, that is a tough one.
Watch Nico win this 1v3.
Yeah. Sometimes Nico does the most absurd things after you've seen maximum tilt on the cams. Hello, Cadian has been spotted. Information flows. Well, Cadian peek as this before the smoke blooms. Nico, he seemed to think so. Little pre-fire action, but from behind, Skulls will strike. A high-impact round from the Brazilian as he gets both of them in apartments.
Smile on the face of Skulls now. From good mood to good mood as the tactical timeout, the third has been called from G2. All of them burnt within the first half, and understandable. It's an emergency. Call 911. Can you say that again, Zeus? I didn't quite hear.
G2 are too far away for us to be able to hear what Taz is saying.
Yeah, we have to get one side of this conversation.
This is the double from Skulls. Look at this, the timing, it's off. Hunter and Nexa, one by one into his crosshair.
Well, I suppose, again, I'll just reiterate the point. Winner of this takes on phase. And that's fun for a multitude of different reasons. Twists versus FaZe, stage match, that could be good. Always exciting. In Counter-Strike, on the other side of things, it would be, what, Vitality taking on the winner of Heroic Big, which is looking likely to be Heroic. Getting it done with Nikodos back in the roster for another event.
Just for one last ride into the sunset. Guns are out, flashes are cocked. Looking to recover this half on their own map pick. Team Liquid are very comfortable here on the Inferno.
Do you notice how Yukinda, by choice, has an MP9?
I hadn't.
Well,
what does that indicate to you?
3.3, that they weren't expecting this type of an investment.
Or he just really likes holding.
Yeah, well, I think about it. Actually, a lot of his kills have come with the MP9.
He's an MP9 main. SMG. His weapon of choice.
If you don't retake bottom banana, what are you... Oh, twist throwing... Was that a shallow nade? It was a shallow nade. They might not clear it. That nade was just in front of half wall.
The fate. Stewie believes it.
Oh, no.
Stewie absolutely prepared. And now the trigger discipline. It gets worse for G2. Nico, he gets away with his life. Oh, and Nico does actually take down Twist, so it's uncomfortable for NAF now on the B site. Smoke towards the coffins is going to land as well. Next are trying to activate a lug, but Cadian was still posted. NAF's going to be Molotoved out of position. It didn't even land. It does force him wide regardless. Monacy will trade. Plans Fountain. Into a 2v2. Hunter doesn't seem prepared for the speed by which Skulls is clearing this, and he will find an important frag to put it all onto Monacy. Has he got a clutch in him? Heads forward. Cadian and Skulls, so long as there's a trade. It's Monacy, baby, for 3. G2, they needed that. It's a little gift towards the tail end of this half. And for Liquid, yeah, they're going to feel like they probably should have had that one considering how it started.
Yeah, the fact that Yukinda goes overlooked, it's so interesting though, because he waits for multiple kills, but they kind of just run past the line of sight and he's left in this very awkward situation. But a great little finish from Monacy. Not going to let them retake this time round. I think Taz trying to calm Nico down a little bit there.
Yeah, you need him. You really do. 4th up for grabs.
Stewie again, between the smokes, the flames. It's had a tough time with this banana control. Definitely not an easy job. Interesting setup that's taken shape for Team Liquid over towards A. Nobody in the pit, in the site, in apartments. They're playing somewhat of a retake setup. And you can understand why. It's been B, almost a B simulator, as Yukinda goes down to Stewie.
Wow, he actually hits that onto Nico and retreats successfully. You know where the AWP, you've noted an AWP. We're not going to say the AWP.
But at this point in the game, just because of what I was touching on, how many B finishes there are, at this point, if you're Liquid, like, surely they go back to A. Like, they've just been B, 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 B. So you're going to stay quite stubborn with your setup and keep it as a 2-2. They're still staying close for a fast rotation, so I think the job is on Nexa to try and apply any pressure he can towards A, just like this. Smoke towards long will remove the vision of Cadian. He's not even going to wait that long. He's going to blow it open and see that nobody's taking the top mid control. They could just be in the precipice of middle, but you're likely sticking to your guns. Yeah,
Naf sticking to his. Twist. That molly on full makes things very uncomfortable for Nico.
He's going to come through.
He is going to push through, and Naf's going to be caught completely off guard. Gets it done. The AWP allows him to continue to find contributions. And it looks like G2 have done enough. The B site. The winning formula. And Nexa confirming the round with his flank here on towards the Ruins position. He knows where I say both are. He's concerned about the second. He's only seen one. But that will change right here. Cadian the last to fall. The last piece of the puzzle. Last round, they'll hunt him down. And 4, G2, it's something to work with into the second half in a do-or-die survival fight into the second half of Inferno.
how good the barbecue's going to taste tonight after they confirm their spot in the playoffs.
Doing a pretty quick fashion as well. They'd have time for it. Barbecue joint still open. They look to make their way on in towards the ramp side here. Gonna test this once more, but they just can't get past Kingston. First line of defense. This time Tessus doesn't get two. So a little bit of ground gain towards the ramp side of things. So space created. The rotation's already there towards the lower side here. They've got the whole team ready to go here on Heroic.
There's three bodies, right? Kingston just the first to deal with, and okay, Nico does a little bit of a miss, but Nerds will not.
Oh,
He's got the wrap. He might get the op now. Oh, Tech9 on. Now he's got the gun of choice. There's still work to do, but this makes it a lot more viable. Need to recover that bomb. Need to get it planted. Nerds backing away. Doesn't want to be the next victim of this Tech9, but meanwhile, wrapping in from ramp, it's Shush. They're just trying to completely reroute. Do they expect Shush? No one's looking. No one's watching for him. JDC gone. Searson connects. He can bail, but Nerds is too quick, and Nerds will secure his spot. He felt what it meant to lift the trophy here in Texas just last year, and now he gets another chance. A hug for Nico Dawes, the man who came back off the bench to help his comrades through, and they have confirmed their spot in the playoff. They have confirmed that they will be one of 6 teams to contend for this trophy, to contend for the championship of the 100th IEM. Big, great try, but it's over here. It's over now. The dream is done. The miracle run through the lower bracket can...
They're both right side or?
I don't see
Yeah,
anything.
could be.
Coffins.
He thinks for me. Dead.
Should be one more coffins, I think.
I'm low. I'm gonna find. Careful, smoke, guys. Back hold.
Back off.
I'm
second. Yeah. I'm second.
Nice!
They do.
Nice! Nice!
That's not comfortable for me, guys, with 3 HP.
It's fine. I should not peek this. I should hold the CT.
I fucking missed my smoke kill.
Super interesting to hear them kind of mid-game diagnosing how they wanted to play that better in the future as we get ourselves situated, ready to get into our second half of play. Team Liquid not far away now from the playoffs, and G2 not far away from packing their bags and heading on home at the last day of the group stage. Cadian deleted by Nico, and with Stewie 2K's contribution, it falls into a dire, uncomfortable position for Yakinda and Nav. They've lost the bomb.
I could start having a discussion of how they... Okay. Nav still might be able to get this, even though he did miss his smoke. All right, well, there is a chance for the round now, especially with the space that Yakinda has been having a bit of a banger of a game, especially the MP9 has been able to get. If he can thread the needle, get this frag, never mind. All right, Nav, 1v4 situation, bomb on your back.
Well, if I was making a list of things G2 needed to do to make this second half competitive, but winning the pistol would have been at the top of the list. And winning it with minimal damage, minimal Kevlar rebuys, that would be one extra way to do it.
Yeah, and their first pistol of the series so far, so extremely important.
4 bullets, and he's down.
Okay.
Team Ace, everyone gets one.
It's great to all be involved. No bomb going down for Team Liquid, so as far as the cache is concerned, 2K into the next. You can see just the speed of which they wanted to take this B bomb site, but everybody getting deleted one after the other. The 3 players from G2 locking the door. Oh, Team Liquid have 4 sport. Okay, well, this should be quite set-piece heavy. Now, in a round like this, do you give away that you're 4 sport by mollying top banana, or do you just go into second mid? Oh, you give away some information. The fact that you have a smoke is quite crazy. Naf's lined up something very technical. So they've denied top banana info, which will keep multiple players worried about potential pop behind that half wall. Oh, this could go wrong, Alex.
Nice from Hunter. Gets it and gets away. Confirmation of Tech 9s. Confirmation of helmets. A lot of information already as to what they're up against. Twist does molly Nexa out of short, so they will take brackets control. On a timer though, spam from Monacy doesn't connect. Naf, that's a long range angle. He's trying to find something with a P250.
Oh, well, whatever the set piece was, it has to be cancelled. I think they were hoping to see G2 play more of a standard anti-eco, but they were quite forward on mid.
Yeah, this is a nice setup as well. You can see the crossfire. One Coldzera, one can peek around this smoke, and Coldzera connects. It's Hunter in support. Naf down after one, and Cadian left to his own devices, jumping straight into Monacy. And it's extra celebrations from G2 because they know the gap will close. That was a surprise force buy. And so a 7th feels imminent.
Yeah, curious to see that. So as you mentioned, with the 7, well, it is G2. They've dropped AKs.
Yo.
They've dropped 2 AKs. Cadian and Naf have given AKs to Twist and Yakinda.
This is not something you see every day, is it, Chad?
No, this is not something you see that often at all. Okay, so this is a different flavor from Team Liquid. This is interesting. I guess they want to try and keep the pressure on and catch G2 off guard, but I feel like you're playing into their hands if you lose this one.
Yeah, you're rolling out the red carpet. A good flash for the War Cup.
Twist is on his own.
Oh, yeah,
Essentially
he's
on his
trying
own.
to make a hero move. He's just fighting mid on his own. On his own volition. In the meantime, Yakinda, he meets Nico and loses out on one of those rifles. G2, this is going to bolster them now. The fact that your opponent has done this unusual buying pattern, they've forced back-to-back after losing the pistol.
And no dent whatsoever.
Yeah, you're going to be going, these guys are disrespecting us. I'm about to pop off.
Yes, and the biggest issue is they're about to give 2 AKs over. If they don't get any kills,
oh my god,
Nexa and Stewie are in potential positions to find upgrades. Stewie may be a bit too far away to do so right now, but round yet to unfold. And these are the 2 that drop the AK, so they don't even have any armor behind them at all. This is maybe a chance, if I'm Zeus, to take a timeout just to have a conversation. Hey, boys, that lead that we had coming into halftime quickly squandered. We should be finding ourselves tied up 8-8. Again, no dent, no damage. Plant seeming very unlikely. And playing this one by the book now, G2. They don't need to overextend. Just play for information. Once you have it, rejig the setup. You know where both players are, and now you just need to strip them of their lives. And Monacy will do that. He will oblige. Up to 13 kills now. Okay. Oh dear, Liquid.
I'm intrigued to understand their decision making on the second round force. Never mind the third.
Yeah, and both were individual, right? They just set two players who have been doing quite well in the frag department. Yakinda up to 17. Twist only has 10, but you look at his form in the tournament thus far. It's a player to find some damage, and both of them went home with nothing. Now this is the type of round against G2 they will win.
If history repeats itself.
You know, the lighter of the investments, a couple of flashes, a few upgraded pistols. If anything, they probably should go sell the armor. That's going to be a detriment for them against G2, I think.
Yeah. Interesting little lineup there from Nico. He's got his incendiary ready to react if Stewie calls the rush.
They're going to have full mid vision, so that long smoke, just hoping to keep this A defense a little bit worried and not be rotating towards B as quickly as possible. Oh, actually they did drop back from porch side, so it did result in its goal.
It does just fall to Stewie and Nico to ensure that this one is converted.
Oh, that was noisy and banana.
Yeah, throw out smoke. Caden's talking a lot here.
They only have 1 flash, 1 smoke. They're running CT.
No one's holding it. It's just going to be Nico and Coffins. They flash him off. And they find Stewie. Stewie controls the spray. And Monacy's rotated through. They spot the Ruins player. Stewie does farm up 4 kills. almost doubling his kill total with the anti-eco. Taz can't quite believe it. It's 8-8, folks. It was an 8-4 half. It was looking like it was a bit of a speed run to the playoffs for Team Liquid, but they've opened the door, and it's a can of worms on the other side.
Yeah, it was just going terribly for G2, right? In the early stages of that half, it was the hero AK for Monacy that got them activated into the second round. Then they lost to a UMP drive-by. And then Nico had a saved AK, and that was the only 2 rounds they had for so long until they were able to break through in the later stages with some of these B plays. It was B, 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 and B. Honestly, now has the AWP. There was that timeout from Zeus. He's waited until the rifles have met the hands. But you've lost now 6 rounds in a row. 4 obviously in this half. What's the call going to look like? Monacy's AWP. How much of a difference maker can that be? Just a 2-player B start out of G2. Nico and Stewie. 3 towards A. They've gone for the standard deep mid. Oh, aggression.
Hunter. Pushing straight through the aggressive smoke. Oh, he's got a lot of control. Monacy's going to cover his backside. And Yakinda completely unaware as to the forward position of Hunter. This is a free frag for Hunter. He's actually opting for some discipline, but didn't want to lose him in the smoke, so reveals himself, but it's a nice opening kill, and he's got the freedom to retreat.
Map's just shrunk for Team Liquid, and that's so tough. The thing is, the guns have just come out. You've just taken a timeout to have your discussion of how you want to approach it. It looked very standard, just a complete default. The aggression of G2 split the map down the middle. You've lost your Kinder, your point man early, and now you've got a minute left on the clock and you're scrambling. G2, this is a perfect time to call around like this.
Skulls towards the apartments. Gonna park him there, as it does look like they're retooling towards Stewie on Banana.
Did Monacy...
37, dude. They are running light on time.
Well, Monacy just clearing middle has given them so much information. So they've actually cheated Nico back towards B, and Hunter was even considering it as well. And now they've been blocked. Is it a save? Well, Naf can break it.
Oh, that's what they're
Jesus Christ.
This is bleak. Team Liquid. Problematic. Stewie readies himself for another multi-kill. They're doing the flashbang dance into Stu. He takes down Twists. Now it's Naf's turn. Nico spanks. 9 seconds. They need to kill Nico. He's just hiding out. Good wallbang from Skulls, but there's no time to plant. The round is over, and yeah, Hunter makes sure of it. Wow, G2 have secured themselves a lead now immediately upon arrival into the second half. A run of 5 straight out of the gates into the second half.
You saw how much damage that Hunter kill did. They were chasing their tail the entire round. They went back towards the A side, looked like they were going to hit there. They got denied. They dropped back. They thought the B was going to be the better option. The fact that there was no pressure, the smoke was held onto so late within the round, they had to break it and go through, and that's never going to be an easy time. Team Liquid, the early buying patterns in the second half, the idea to go for a second round force with no plant, then to drop the AKs, it's really cost you.
Kinder's been quiet so far. He was having a whole lot of impact. Those 17 frags, shredding, back-to-back multi-kills.
Haven't played a normal round yet on the T side.
Oh, look at that little cache of nades they're leaving on B. And Monacy, he's just going to have a lovely free opener. Twists, goes down to the AWP. Forced to watch as potentially the 10th for G2 is on its way. Yakinda's having a go. Turns the flash. Nico, a cursory glance. The CTs have rotated through. A couple of nades right on his face puts him on notice. And they've been slowed. They've been completely halted.
That was everything. All they were left with is flashes.
Horrible situation for Liquid again. Nico investigates the potential walk-up on the smoke, and he's tapping into Naf. He'll convert. Dips away. Hunter's turn for the next. Good flash from Cadian, but it doesn't really matter. Nico had vision. He'll find Skulls. And Cadian, you've been spotted. You had a flash assist. They know where you are. Down he goes, 10-8. What's going on?
I'm having a tough time reconciling what we're seeing in this game, to be completely honest with you. I couldn't believe the type of lead that Liquid were able to extend. It looked like it was going to be all theirs. And then just some poor decisions that have really come back to haunt them has really got us staring at Nuke, which is the third and deciding map of this series. Yet Liquid were the ones who had to battle so hard. It was 6 consecutive rounds to close out Dust2. But it was only moments ago I was saying it was 6 rounds, 2 from the previous, now 4 in this one. Well, let's make it 8 rounds in a row. The bomb yet to go down. A handful of kills scattered across most of these rounds. The T side from Liquid is non-existent.
I mean, like, the CT side was so existent, you know, as you've been highlighting. Up until round 11, it was 8-2.
Well, maybe G2 are all prescribing by Stewie's mantra. You give us a chance, we'll take this bitch a mile.
Yeah, they're taking this bitch a mile. Naf, 100 miles an hour, straight into a fully flash Nexa. They got to clear him. Twist does. This pace change, it's getting under the skin. Oh, and it's only m0NESY that can save them. He does manage to find the 3 of them. The Tech 9 perfectly suited. A quick scope to the face. m0NESY sends Team Liquid back to spawn. Head in hands. You can't get past the kid. And now 2 away from Nuke. Perfect sidearm for him. The CT with the Tech 9. That's why you pick it up.
That was insane. The pace at which those fights were coming, 2 of his teammates fall on the feet immediately. The Tech 9 comes out, he's just peppering them. Able to get the all back out for the 4th, locks down the site.
So good, it's crazy. And that's coming from Nico. You got to take that one at face value.
Oh, triple mollies from G2. 2 down banana, 1 down the guts of middle. That will restrict the movements. They're actually getting a little bit inquisitive themselves over towards apartments, so keeping this AWP of m0NESY a little bit more active within the round, and this is a great way to deal with defaulting players, and that player will be Skulls. Can he deal with Nexa? Does he even look for the clear? Nexa's been having a tough time, and while the flash was great, but Nexa will still get the kill, so an important 7th for Nexa. And it feels like we might be having a flawless CT half from G2.
Just like we all predicted.
Just like we all predicted. Remember, no expectations, Alex.
That's right.
We're just here to have a good time and watch some Counter-Strike.
Yeah, a good time and apparently a long time. The third map's on its way. Can G2 keep this up? Disadvantaged Team Liquid. Hobbling towards the A site. Well-timed HE. Chips at Cadian. Yukinda, both now susceptible to a 1-bullet headshot of the M4A1S.
Where did
posted
that
long.
go?
There's one on Arch.
I don't know if it landed. Well, that one did.
Yeah, m0NESY can't spot Nav, so he's more confident, emboldened to post on this angle towards the side box. Nexa in the pit. This is an influential position. The nades are going to land. Twist has found a frag. Nexa just stands in the flames for 1. Twist, we know what he's capable of, and it looks like he's managed to do enough to facilitate a plant. Cadian punches in the code. This is integral for the Team Liquid conversion. 3-man retake. No reason not to give it a go with the amount of cash they have in reserve. Hoping for an overextension from the pit player. 1 towards the graveyard is Twist. Calling their flash. Frag from Stu. Frag from Nico. Only Twist can save them now. He got them in, and now he needs to get them out. It's a m0NESY Tech 9 frag again. I think that was nuts. I think that was nuts. Just from Twist's perspective, it looked crazy. He was like mid-air. Gets his boots on the ground, and G2 find their 12th. Even after all of that, that was the best chance we've seen from Liquid entire half.
What happened there, right? So Twist is the one who... Okay, that's an insane opener from Twist. I'm just curious.
Look at this.
Whips back into it. You can see him change his... Yeah. That's the type of reaction I'm expecting. He changed target selection. He was shooting m0NESY. It went to Nico because he could see the boots went on the ground, and then m0NESY does that. Oh, dear.
He's sick. Holy. It's still spotless, Chad. It's still a perfect half.
Just 1 more round. 5 more kills.
G2. With a stand-in no less. No IGL present. Looks he has to attend a wedding, and, well, G2... They're looking
Nico's
for map
low.
3. Yakinda can, however, take down Nico. Stewie responsible to hold onto this B side. The rotation is swift. Hunter's there to provide some support. And Liquid haven't got any nades off the back of this. That clear, it results in the double. Hunter, the perfect position. You always feel silly and foolish as you die to the cleared smoke. Smoke you cleared. It falls apart at the seams for Team Liquid. An 8-4 half. Ends 13-8.
Absolutely insane. They've just gone completely missing those earlier decisions to go for the second round force, the follow-up with the drop to AKs. They've got nothing done here, just naff. 1v4, time, sure. Bomb on his back. Those are the only positives because Team Liquid. This one's going to be an interesting team chat.
Oh, man, yeah. Don't want to be anywhere near that one. Good shot from Naf. Hunter's repositioned. Hoping for an extension, but Hunter has the cross. And he'll take it. Wow. An incredible, spotless second half of play on G2's map pick. 9 on the trot. Some interesting financial decisions made by Liquid. As you said, it's going to be an interesting team huddle because Liquid, they have to put it across the line on map 3 if they want to see the playoffs. 17 frags in the first half, got 1. And on the other side of things, we had a completely immortal CT side from Monacy. Not a single death in that second half of Inferno. A crazy Inferno that the desk has discussed as we got ourselves ready and situated for our final map.
All right. Well, an early smoke has been dispatched from Team Liquid. Then it helps to remove Slant Vision from main. Now, Twists with the P250. We saw just how good he was with it on Dust2, but now he's instantly gooshed. Nico won and traded, and they're across to Secret.
199 damage dealt by Nico. Oh, that's a very well-placed nade in combination with the Dual Beretta headshot. If he gets the next, it's practically curtains for this round as G2 look to continue their winning ways. It was a flawless run. It's been a while since Team Liquid have won a round, in fact. This would be the 12th consecutive round loss over the course of these two maps.
Starting to get a bit out of control, isn't it? Forgetting what winning feels like. Kinder looking to try and manufacture the plant. Molly for the vent rotation in towards the site. If he plants backside, he might get it down. Next up, won't be able to stop this.
That's a big win for Yakinda, considering.
That's a huge win for Yakinda.
He even landed a goosh before he goes down. So yeah, he makes the best out of a bad situation there. You lost Twists early.
Now, I am curious as to what the second round buy will look like for
God.
Liquid, right?
Yeah,
because if we go back to Inferno, they bought without the plant. This time they do get the bomb down. Yakinda has 3,400. The rest of them at 26 or 2650. Maybe even just a timeout, lads, to have a conversation, huh? But looks like they are just going to let that freeze time trickle on down with some investments. They can buy roughly around that 2K mark. They will get 2,400 as the loss bonus into the next. So as long as everybody keeps 2K, maybe just a little bit under, you'll be fine for a rifle round if you're happy to work with a Galil or AK with limited utility. Smoke wall outside to draw the eyes of multiple. It will just be pressure now on Nexa towards Ramp, who has an M4. That's a huge positive for him. And head armor to boot for the Canadians out there.
Boot in a boot. Nexus being tested, flashed off of the line and just concedes the space. Well navigated with a white screen. And Monacy getting the hell out of there. Doesn't want to be overrun by those P250s. Large amount of noise for Monacy to hear, and he's actually found the perfect angle for the multi-kill. Gets himself the 2 of them. Does go down. That'll be an M4 Skulls can retrieve. Twists. He's going to try and clear main. It's Hunter that's tucked in, just holding credit. This should be a nice G2 conversion, albeit slightly threatening with Yakinda in heaven, but Hunter's safe from it.
Yeah, I think the window of opportunity there was as Hunter gets the kill, maybe Yakinda can strike from heaven while he's positioned towards main, but now he's been able to move over towards Hut, so that line of sight gets much more difficult. Skulls also still trickling around. He's been able to pick up the bomb. For them to plant again would be huge. Okay, Yakinda did find an opportunity, but will be removed. Hunter's had some impact in the first 2 rounds, that's for sure. And now Skulls will be mopped up by the aforementioned. So 3 for Hunter in that one. And 2-0 start for G2. Continue that streak. You said 11 coming into this, 12 with the pistol. Now it's 13. We can count.
Yeah, 13 rounds on the trot for G2.
How are you feeling about G-Stew? Are they growing on you?
I mean, I'm happy to see him on the cams every time we cut to it. It's been a long time since we had Stewie 2000 on the screen. It's time for the first guns. Let's see if Liquid can break this run of rounds.
It'd be nice to start getting into a little bit of action.
13 rounds lost, bro. You just, at this point, you've just forgotten. You've completely forgotten how it feels to convert a round cleanly or convert a round full stop.
And right now, a few members on Team Liquid need to convert a kill. Let's make it 4 out of the 5. Ykinda the only one to a frag thus far. I know it's only 2 rounds of play, so still an opportunity for that to start happening right here, right now. Smoke walls lined up late. Nico positioned himself at the start of the round over and towards the lip of Secret. So he is in a great position to be able to deny any of this cross space. And the early info can also play towards Monersi.
Ykinda's on the warpath. Doesn't get exposed. He just slips past him. What? He wins the duel.
Canadian.
Wow. Despite Nico being flashed, he did do some damage to Ykinda, but they are surging towards that low side. Hunter in the vents. Oh, catches a timing. Cadian just looked away. And Ykinda's very low HP. Doesn't want to go for that trade. Stewie down to Skulls. That's a big frag to post.
Maybe vent to top.
And Nexa, he needs to clear this corner. Oh, Ykinda, despite the low HP, continues to post impact. A frag, and it looks like Liquid will, after 13 rounds of suffering, find themselves a convincing T round. It's only Hunter left. They can pivot up top. They know where he is. The fact that Ykinda's still alive is a blessing. Hunter running into Skulls. Wow, impact, baby. There they are. They're on the board. And some kills for those that you highlighted. Naf and Skulls get themselves off the starting mark.
Really have to say, the flash of Cadian is a round changer because they were getting harassed towards Yard. The smoke wall was getting cleared time and time again, so they fell under pressure. And then they could have quite easily just walked into this fight with Nico without the flash. We saw as the clear came through on X-Ray, the hand come up. So very important from Skulls and Ykinda in this round. Well, straight down to just the pistols for G2. No real residual cash to work with to contend with a buy of their own. They will be humble. They will take 1 eco. 1900 lost into the next. Stewie does have 4.1. So with $1,900 coming into the bank balance, he will be able to facilitate an AWP into the hands of Monacy, which was something the desk was touching on. I think Monacy is without a doubt the better out-AWPer in the server. He's one of the best players in the world. So this is the type of map where he could really cause some havoc. It's been quite pesky and annoying. Twist will take down Nico straight through the smoke, and they're going to continue to just have this onslaught on Yard, running over them into Warehouse. Another kill now for Cadian. Next are removed, and just one after the other. G2 fall as we tie things up 2-2. So no discussion of that streak of loss for Liquid. Back into the winning ways. That AWP has been tossed across to Monacy. A MP9 for poor Hunter to work with. Everybody else with A1Ss. Util, wow, slightly light on. Have 3 incendiaries, a handful of smokes, which will make it 5, so they'll be able to block with those. But those incendiaries are going to get used very early in the round. Usually get one towards Squeaky, one towards Hut. Stop any top rushes.
Already going quite swiftly towards red container. Kinder's trying to go through. An interesting pathing from him, but it leads to his demise. Monacy anticipating that. Get that first blood. Monacy overwatch towards the hut position. Comms flowing rapidly as they try and coordinate a way to find a rectifying frag. Nico's being flashed in for this. Yeah, oh, Twist, good muscle memory, just backs away out of the line of sight. Lives to tell the tale for a moment, and then Nico strikes. Straight through the smoke. Down goes the Canadian.
Yeah, good understanding from Nico, knowing that they needed to try and force the hand to grab some space after losing a player. So Nico with a very important kill. Now it's just going to stall out. Another smoke deployed towards Squeaky Door, and if the option was just to walk out and try and aim map, might have to be called off altogether. I think that the save would be the better of the two options, considering the amount of time left on the clock right now, and considering how they've really underplayed their hand on the T side of the previous map. Being safe in a situation like this as opposed to throwing it all away, this is something that's quite key. It's good to see Team Liquid approaching it like this. I think in the last map, they did get cocky, and they gave a way back into G2 for the map, and not only a way back in, they just completely shut them out. So it came back to bite them in the arse, and that would probably be a big part of the conversation if I was Team Liquid when they went outside. Is like, hey boys, like the way that we approached that was just thinking we could get it done, thinking we had their number completely, and instead of playing it by the book, playing to the advantages that we had of not being a pug team, of being a real roster with maybe, sure, an air of that dead team walking.
Sure.
We threw it away, and we just tried to fight them. And on the other team, they have strong individuals. We can't operate like that.
Yeah, these are the two frags that led to the save. You can see it was m0NESY just catching Yakinda, ratting through that red smoke.
Was he happy or unhappy there? Maybe happy with the save?
Yeah.
Happy to see them take that
full
option?
buy. Oh, they're actually being calculated of their decision making. Yakinda, he's up to his usual antics, smokes are up, knife is out, and he is already down. That's a real valuable asset for any T side. Next is the one that's started lower.
I think the biggest... Oh, okay. Well, breaks his legs there, twist on the way down. An awful lot of damage taken. The key, in my mind, to beating G2 on this map is to force rotations. The Des touched on, and they were talking about the position of Stewie. How are they going to be able to flex on him? Oh, dear. Well, Yakinda trying to make a play, apply pressure towards lower to force those rotations we were just discussing, and he gives away his life to Nexa. Important kill, second for Nexa. That nade's going to find some damage as well as Skull's looking for space, out Squeaky. Oh, and has found a window of opportunity.
Yeah, Hunter, however, and Stewie just locking it all down. Twist will give it a go. Hunter has the perfect pre-aim for Twist if he does dare. Have a glance and extend. That's the fight. Wow, Twist wins it. So, small celebration, but grand scheme. Looks like the 4 for G2 is going to be converted with 4 alive, I say, with bated breath. Stewie, he did get brought low on ramp, but they're out of there.
Okay, well, looking for another save. Clear part of the conversation outside. Make sure we have rifles, make sure we can play into these rounds and stay threatening. There is money on Skulls, there's money on NAF. Cadian will not get any loss bonus, but he does have 2,500 to his name, so he could drop something across to Yakinda. Actually, NAF might be able to facilitate as well. So as far as the threatening round yet again goes, Team Liquid have some options. Now, they got the space, and this was the opening kill that was denied. So as I mentioned, very well done by Nexa, because I think if you can get across to Secret and you can get back vent control, or at least push them off of the double doors. Do we have a technical issue? Okay, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we saw Cadian tweaking his mic in the previous save. And now it looks like it's a persistent issue, so we will have a brief tech pause.
I wonder when the jackets are going to start coming off. The aircon's been off a map at a bit now. It's warm where we are. I know hot air rises. We're above where the players are. But Pessa really fighting for his boys to get that AC turned off, and it resulted in a map win.
Touché.
So that's manager impact if I've ever seen it. A new stat we're going to have to start keeping tabs on.
Manager impact.
Now, we can't talk through too many of the in-game details. It has gotten quiet in here now that the heroic big game has concluded. It is just one match going on. The last match for the group stage here at IEM Dallas for 2024. The 100th IEM. In case you missed it.
100 of those. Yeah, I saw a couple of people trying to make sense of the 100 at the top of the screen. 100 Intel Extreme Masters. What was your first IEM?
Oh, that's a great question. It could have been the Gamescom one. The one that was the game show one. That they were talking
about it in the interview.
Yeah, they've had a couple of players that they've spoken to that about.
That was where the community voted on the veto.
Yeah, that's where OJ Borge came to life, and God be with Fack.
Yeah, it's a family show.
Overpass.
Oh man, I've watched that clip too many times.
But that was a fun event.
Yep.
We were there. CLG was there. Envious, I think TSM, but were they known as Team Question Mark at the time? I'm not certain.
I think you might be right.
Nico was playing with SK Gaming, which was Cadian was on that roster, a bunch of Danes.
I was attending that event as a spectator.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That was when it had the big curtains and everything around it.
That was the major.
Was the major.
Yes.
Okay, actually, but I was.
Which wouldn't have been IEM.
No. But I was watching.
Yeah, it took a while for Counter-Strike to get back in the good graces of the IEMs.
Yeah, that's for sure. And now look at it now.
It's a story for another day.
Yeah. Okay, just it looks like, I mean, I'm no expert in the body language. This, however, I suspect is a microphone issue. I really would not want to be able to not be able to do the job of these referees. You've got to be able to do so much and also do it under the scrutiny and pressure of time. Pro players all silent around you, it certainly would be making me increasingly uncomfortable. He's recording the backup.
He's gone, listen, mate, can you move out of the way, Cadian? I don't want to one-hand this. There's a two-hand job.
Yeah. Played some shuffleboard last night. Trace was blocking me, making it really difficult to hit my shots. It's a good game, though. You ever played shuffleboard?
Yeah, lots in Sweden.
Yeah, well, Get Right was piping up.
I bet he was.
He was saying we're really bad at the game.
Well, was he contending?
I challenged him. I said, okay, Chris, if you're so good, you play next, and if you win, I'll give you a t-shirt from Basement Dweller.
Yeah, what happened?
He lost, and now he has to buy 2 Basement Dweller t-shirts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Which
you can pick up at the ESL shop if you're in Dallas.
Look at this. Was this a planned plug? Where's the bug? Where's the lower third? What's going on here? You didn't plan this one with the producer.
Nope.
Are we happy? He looks happy.
Okay.
You look happy enough.
Well, I'll be happy that you've already started winning rounds. You couldn't do that on your second map of this series. Okay, so it has been. This is always an interesting one. It's just to see if, you know, the players can keep their cool during these extended breaks. Microphones are muted. You've got to kind of just pause where your mindset was at. If you're in that flow state, trying to maintain that flow state during those interruptions can be difficult. We wrap back into things. The last map of the group stage.
As soon as his mic got unmuted, Katie, and said, do you want to do that flip side call we talked about?
Flip side is still relevant today. What's going on? I hear people talking about alternate attacks, Hellraisers, flip side. It's still going.
Well, let's see. I don't know if they said yes or no to the call, so we will never know. But let's see what the round shapes up to be, Naf. Trying to put a little bit of pressure over towards ramp. Smoke already brought out of the hands of Nex. And Monacy having to address and assist him from the hell position. Tucking into red pole is Nico. No red pole there. Once upon a time, 1.6 nuke. You might have to go and check that one out. As Yakinta has been able to get space over towards Yard. That hasn't been the problem. Oh, he's looking for his little lineup. Where'd it go? There it is.
That's the dot.
That's what I was looking for. As they are deploying the smoke wall late over towards Yard. Has the waterfall missed?
It has.
Oh dear.
Maybe the wrong dot.
It could be the wrong dot indeed. Well, your back turn. Nico's got this one every day of the week.
Just first bullet, back of the skull. An opening kill for the CT side. Can G2 convert?
Well, Matthew did touch on the fact that Liquid are going to have to win on Nuke, which is something they've had a tough time doing. And did he say 4 in a row they lost? So yeah, and maybe we're seeing why a couple of issues just getting those smoke walls out. Twist had an opportunity there to punish Nico, but will still take the chance to push around into the AWP of Monacy.
You're just trying to make me crack at this point.
Well, there's no Filthy Adam, so...
Yeah. 5 alive. The boys are... Wait, they're not going back to spawn already?
Well, that's 3 rounds in a row, just saving. So it feels like Team Liquid... Oh,
hello.
Come again. So I know that we were talking about in Inferno, they're making some quite cocky calls and, you know, just trying to go for the finishing uppercut to lay G2 out on their back because they had their number in the first half and things are going so well. Feels like they've gone outside and they've had their balls chopped off.
Yeah, just castrated.
Because right now, they aren't doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, what did they do for those 2 rounds? That was when we had...
Yakinta made it down secret 1 round.
Did it.
Just that Yakinta tried to take space again. He's essentially taking space on his own, though.
Yeah.
And this is one of the qualms with the team. You can definitely feel for Yakinder. I know that he gets a lot of heat in terms of not performing. But if he's the only point man, the only one trying to find space, and he's not getting traded and just going down, not finding that entry kill, then how are they meant to get their way into rounds?
It is kind of mad that we're... the reality of the situation is that we're not far away from Stewie 2K in 2024 playing in the playoffs of an American stage match.
G-Stew.
G-Stew, baby. I mean, it is a crazy idea. And so close to reality now. Yakinder wants to just rush top. Why not? A pace change. And it's been handled by none other than Stewie. Only the first, though. That does open the door for more.
Hunter burnt down?
Yeah, Cadian gets 100-0 with the flames. Nico dips in for one onto the skulls. A clear from Nico does, put him onto chopping block. Naf, a nice headshot.
He's in.
That's what you want to see. Wow, Nexa gets one as he flies out of the heavens and sends Naf to hell.
No, that's heard. m0NESY knows. Does he try and play ahead of it, or does he just get cut down by Cadian?
Oh, the pathing. So cheeky. Still might get caught by the Cadian angle. How aware is m0NESY? He was really quite aware. Cadian still gets it. That's a liquid round. Oh, they found a solution.
Yeah, Yakinder
right
actually being traded.
Yeah.
He still went first. He still went down first, but he was actually traded.
That's
one
deviation.
of the keys, right? If you're an entry fragger, you are tasked with taking space, but it's not always your job to get the opening kill. A lot of the time, it's about moving those crosshairs and getting you the ability to get into the round. Here was the flash and drop. Nexa finds Naf, but twists on the immediate trade, and Cadian with the knockout blow to get 3 on the board. Still, the buy's a little bit rough for Team Liquid.
Top-centric flashes and mollies being lined up.
Yeah, so it could just be another go towards this A site. See if they can... Oh, maybe not. Is it a fake? Are they trying to fake the top play and then isolate Nexa towards ramp?
Seems to be the case. Main smoke. Molly's side. Yeah, Nexa is going to be caught out with a nade in his hand. He was just looking for info, so getting away is integral. m0NESY can't peek through the flames. So now you've got ramp. That's step 1, but what's step 2? Descending. Nexa is going to be communicating that he's hearing multiple bodies descending the ramp.
There's 3 players trying to come through elbow.
Nexa, he needs help. He needs it fast. A good headshot from Twist. And Yakinder's got a lot of bodies on his screen. That's info on the entirety of G2. Bar Stu. Cadian taking down Nico to almost secure the round. It's up to Stewie 2K if he wants to have a little look.
They're the ones who should be saving.
Yeah. Making it just a 1-round game here. Oh, Stewie. Flash and push straight into skulls. It's m0NESY to save.
Oh,
ooh,
maybe
no,
not.
Yeah, Naf, huge to take the m0NESY up down. And now we're here in Liquid piping up a full team ace. There's everyone on the board.
But I like that they played more considered. I know that it was pretty comical to see them 3 rounds in a row, saving onto some AKs, AWP, but now they've been able to break through, and they've been able to break G2, who were unable to save themselves. This was huge. Like, that was so big from Twist. I think at the moment, because we didn't catch it from his POV, it didn't look as big as it was, but that was a massive shot because the round could have got out of control. If he goes down, then there's more bodies focused. Yakinder only gets 1, multiple players coming from behind, but now we're getting a little bit of attitude out of Team Liquid. Stewie's brought in with a scout. There's some upgrades. Now, this is traditionally not G2's specialty of winning these throughout the tournament. They lose to rounds like this, but that tag is huge, and Twist is going to crater.
Oh, the Twist maneuver cut down by Stu. He's going to get punished. That's a great shot from Yakinder. Scout will fall into m0NESY's hands, so still a threat present. Another tag. Cadian Zorp, however, onto Nico, and that tiny gap is not connected. m0NESY just shy of the mark there. And too many bodies on his screen now. The 1v4. Now we'll finish it off nice, neat, and tidy.
Well, there's Twist's body all the way down. It gave Stewie one of the, what is it, colon capital D?
Yeah, well played. Just decelerated Twist just enough.
Yeah, and we've already seen him not make that landing. And
yeah, true.
Already
it's been a bit of a problem
take
today.
a bit of damage, but it's all good. They still got the round 5-5 all tied up. The ability for one of these two teams to be walking away with the lion's share at the half still on the table.
Whee!
At least didn't give the kill to Stewie.
Yeah, exactly. Denied.
No kits for G2 into this rifle round.
It's already a good T-haul, Chad.
Yeah, been able to break through. And might just try and waltz in towards this A side. Another variation set up. Team Liquid showing that the playbook is deeper than, well, what Inferno had to offer.
Wow, a full countdown from Cadian there. Into the top side, Stewie to be tested, and he delivers a multi-kill to get G2 situated with a heavy advantage. Yakinda trying to tip the scales. The first is great, the second is necessary. A molly, oh, and a headshot onto m0NESY. A 2v4 immediately equalizes. Yakinda with his nose pressed to the monitor is looking to come up clutch. Cadian alongside for the ride, not anymore. It's Nico that eliminates him, cancels the plant, cancels the plan, and slipping back to hut. Nico will have to consider this, and that's exactly where he's going. Through Squeak.
Not consider.
Yeah, he's dead. Yakinda is sharp on for an ace clutch. What was 2v4, and now a 1v1. He looks like he's going around the world. This could really rumble Nexa. All the way through main?
I think the longer this takes, the more Nexa might start thinking that he has dropped down towards B. But the fact that Nexa's just tucked in, he is going to allow Yakinda to make the next move. Like an audible, some form of a cue. If Yakinda just walks in towards the top side and starts planting, well, Nexa's right here ready to respond.
11 bullets, more than enough.
Nexa. Bow, bow, bow!
Revealed! Oh, yeah, that's a frustrating one. He got so close to it. Crosshair was there, got the info. And yeah, man, that would have been one hell of a round. Like a career highlight, truly, for Yakinda. In a, do or die situation, turning this round on its head.
Oh, I can't quite believe that.
I don't even blame his reaction. I mean, he had everything he needed and just couldn't.
Oh my God.
Just wants to headbutt his screen.
Oh.
Man.
That one leaves a hollow feeling in the gut.
Doesn't it? Bloody brilliantly played the whole round. Cadian's going aggressive, and it's worked out wonderfully onto m0NESY. Look at this. I mean, the AWPer is not only getting the first kill, he's already hell. Cadian, you're playing a crazy game of Counter-Strike! As they're in pursuit of 6, it's Cadian charging in. Nexa can't quite believe it. AWP hell, guys. It's bizarre. What's Stewie supposed to do with that information? So he's like, okay, could be an AWP heaven.
This whole round is topsy-turvy. Nico's given up his position down towards Secret, so they at least know where one is. They know Stewie's an A defender. Hunter the same. They're just allowing Cadian to search out towards heaven. Having 2 players lower, this really sucks for G2, especially if they just start to turn their attentions towards top. Now the bomb still needs to be found. Hunter's up. There's complications. What are they waiting for exactly? Look at all the nades that they have left.
I guess it's just given Cadian's position, he's got to work out the finish. Oh. Okay, Stewie and Hunter, they're in the right position to handle this main swing. It's going to be a double swing, hard frags for Stu. Goes down to twists. Only the one out of Hunter. Nico disconnected from the pack. He is coming behind Cadian, so the first is clean. Now he can swing through if he feels like it, but there's so many eyes on him.
Time.
I'll get the bomb down. A smoke to at least give him some angles to work with. He could have denied the plant. He's nearly had NAF on his screen as well. 6-6. Not quite the number of the beast, but this one has been beastly. 6-6 tied up. See you after the break.
Can we pop ramp
game
on
is-
a fast A fake?
Oh, is that sync?
I smoke side then. I smoke a random smoke inside, okay?
You can throw door smoke.
Close.
I
smoke windows inside.
Three ramp! Two more
Go,
ramp!
go, P, go P!
You want to take double?
Yeah, you can take it.
Just
Go.
fight in the smoke.
One more ramp!
With up!
They're gonna save now, I think. He's gonna save, he has to. Done.
Oh, double.
Nice, last guy opening!
Nice.
Ramp!
Upping ramp. He's probably gonna run CT. Maybe he's gonna take.
Nice! Go, boy!
Super cool to get a little look under the hood of some of the comms in that first half of our final map of the group stage.
I don't know what Skull sounds like.
No, I don't, actually. I haven't heard him in any of them. Maybe he just says nice.
Was he the
end.
one just there that said, do we take double? And then Naf went, yeah, we can. Very nonchalantly.
Might be him.
Not
Must
as
be
if they
him.
were under any pressure from potentially being flanked at ramp or anything.
They handled it. That shot from Twist, getting to see it again, just, yeah. Oh, we've lost Cadian.
Well, no, his name's Casper.
Okay, the ghost. He's certainly been friendly when we've had him on the couch. But a brief delay as Cadian has, historically, has occasionally just disappeared.
Rain delay.
Yeah. Making it rain in the bathroom right now. Come on, Cadian, get your booty back here.
Wow, make sure you clean it first.
Yeah, please.
Well,
Has anyone seen him? let us know.
I'm sure we could get a action report from somewhere.
Yeah.
But this is exactly how I had hoped this series would go. Be all over the place, crazy clutches, insane counter-strike, some magical moments, and close CS. The fact that we find ourselves tied up 6-6 at halftime, map 3, final series of IEM Dallas 2024 group stage. Winner takes on FaZe in a quarterfinal on Friday. I think that's going to have to be the headline game.
Stewie 2K versus FaZe.
Wow, or Twist versus FaZe.
Or Twist versus FaZe. Both of them licking my lips for the prospect. And yeah, we don't know who's going to be taking that final seat at the playoff table. Nico knows all about what Stewie was up to.
And we get Vitality versus Heroic. And they're going to be on the same side of the bracket as Spirit. So that's going to put the G2/Liquid FaZe match on the same side of the bracket as 9Z.
Okay.
And
9Z's story is one hell of a story right now.
Well, I'm really excited about the potential for a Vitality versus Spirit game.
Not one that I feel like I've seen too much of.
No, I'm just having a little bit of a look now. We have to go. Well, I don't think, definitely not with Donk on the roster.
No.
So that's
no Donk versus Iwu.
I don't believe so.
I had a very brief peruse of the match page for Spirit, and a Control F rendered 0 Vitality names.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Let's have a little gander. Is he back, or is he still?
No, he's actually still gone. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
This might be the first time
ESL Pro League
encountered.
Season 16.
Yeah, Season 16. That's the only time?
Well, not the only time, but the most recent time.
Well, okay, yeah, but so most definitely no Donk.
No Donk. The rosters back then, in case anybody was interested, Spinks, Zywo, Apex, Dupree, Magisk versus Wonderful, Patsy, Siren, Magix, and Chopper.
Ah, that was that roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, different, completely different.
So Season 16 of ESL Pro League was back in 2022.
He's back. Getting himself situated, ready for this final half. Who does a 6-6 scoreline favor with G2 taking to the T side now?
I'd say it favors Liquid. I think they've done more than par for the course.
It started off bleak, didn't it?
Yeah, but I am glad that they went for those saves. If they continued to lose, then the way we would probably diagnose it is they saved too much. But the fact that it ended up paying off and they broke the money of G2, maybe all part of the master plan. But I imagine that was definitely something that if I was Zeus and the analyst when I was outside in the huddle having a conversation is, hey boys, we should have a deeper strat book. We should have all these protocols down compared to them with Stewie.
Bro, that any round is fucking unlucky, man.
Forget the fucking unlucky. Let's go with what we're gonna work on, bitch.
Alright, guys.
Still living in Yukinda's head. I'm guessing that was the close to a ace clutch. And able to hit the shot onto Nexa. So Cadian, he's spotting for info. And does land a little Bit of chip damage onto Hunter. Puts him on half health. He has Naf in support of him. Now both of them fly up the ladder. G2 occupy Hell. This is an interesting dynamic now. m0NESY will be able to find the head if he goes far enough back. And oh, he's done damage. Naf. Goosh down to 10 HP. They concede Heaven. Yakinda has gone all the way out towards Silo and confirms that they likely have descended Secret.
Well, the bomb's B, so there's nobody responding to that for Liquid.
m0NESY, woof, perfect. Clears out Cadian and then pieces it together onto... Oh! No way! m0NESY's on one.
Just playing deathmatch.
That looked ridiculous. Stewie making sure the bomb is planted. m0NESY has just single-handedly won them the pistol. A beautiful sequence of Counter-Strike there. Ready for everything. Skulls and Twists left to try and make something of this, but it looks like they are considering just a Kevlar save.
Definitely the better of the two options. So this is going to be... Now the pistol's tied up 3-3. We came into the second half of the second map with all the pistols being in the favor of Team Liquid. Then I believe G2 won that. Now they're going to have won both pistols on Nuke, and this is the time to do so. Definitely the time to do so. So the Kevlar will be retained.
He's even actually hunting them. See, a couple of seconds more and he would have been able to round the corner. Big smile. I'm sure it must be so cool for Taz to watch someone of m0NESY's caliber play the game that he dedicated
Maybe
his
it's
life
reminding him of Neo. Now, I know that
Right.
m0NESY has the AWP, but Taz had the luxury of getting to play with Neo in 1.6, who is in the GOAT conversation alongside of Forrest.
Like that reaction, it's like just like proud father,
Yes.
you know, just shaking his head in disbelief at what he's capable of. It's beautiful. And we're all so lucky to be able to watch this kid in action.
Force buyout from Team Liquid. Skulls has been able to get into a FAMAS with the save of the Kevlar. Naf on the UMP. That was quite heroic on Inferno, even though it didn't count for a lot. MP9s for the likes of Yakinda and Twists, and Cadian on that Deagle that you've seen ring out. Now space already taken across to Secret with multiple bodies for G2. They have Nexa playing passive in lobby as that link piece to just keep tabs on any aggressive maneuvers. Liquid need to stall them here because there's so many nades. G2 should be able to take the site with what they have available.
Naf's timing is everything. He's going to wait for Yakinda's cue. I'll peek off your contact, he says, but no contact is found. Instead, Cadian, he hears the nade set thrown from main roof.
You know they're coming back up with this utility.
Yeah. Nico does clear out the warehouse. Hunter pushing towards Skull's position. Cadian is going to surely catch a glimpse of Hunter here. It's a very hard shot to hit. Oh, and he perfectly hits it. Takes down the head of the aggressor. m0NESY is still alive. And he's been kicking. Yakinda on to Nexa. Now an advantage for the second round force of Liquid.
Naf's not going to be in position. Or maybe just.
Just around in time. Should be good for one hit. Does nail it. Nico on the trade. They have to get that bomb down soon. Long range MP9. It's suboptimal. Nico's already gotten one and another. They're low HP. Cadian Yakinda could finish this, and it looks like they might unless m0NESY can save them. He's got 13 seconds as he looks to fly up the vent. A bit of a fumble on the movement. Yakinda will catch him. Pre-fire is not good enough, and you can hear Zeus happy with that one. Second round investment, and they convert.
Very, very well played and well handled, right? Cadian pivoting all the way back towards spawn. That type of crossfire he'd set up with Skulls was really important because if Skulls was on his own there, you could see just how many problems he was going to have. And I thought it was a tough shot. But Cadian, you can see here, not panicking. Just takes his time and hits an absolute cracker into the skull there of Hunter, and that removes a massive threat. Then there's harassment coming down ramp from Twist. He keeps both of them busy. Other players are able to start to position to finish things off, and great work from Yakinda on what should be his signature gun. I'll force my back from G2. We're going to keep this financial tussle. Neither team wanting to relent. Nice nade down the gullet of Nico.
Sufficient smokes for the wall. Oh, m0NESY has actually done him dirty there.
Oh, that's an AK.
Down and out. Yakinda unable to contribute a thing. m0NESY making that scout sing.
On back to throw out a smoke wall. You can see Stu. Oh.
Let's hope that lands.
That's what G2 are thinking as well.
He's done it. Diagonal wall.
Nico might be able to get his hands on this AK,
Slip
Alex.
through. He looks like that's where he's going. Didn't catch a glimpse of anyone or anything.
Ramps.
Oh, he's actually put Nav in the dirt with that Deagle headshot. Now he's got a chance on to Twist.
They're out ramp.
And they found the gap. Monacy, he's trying to keep two people busy. That's a lot of info. One secret, one red. He knows the whole squad is on his location. He will get hunted down.
Important.
So a 3v3 emerges. But the bomb's already down Astralis on the B side.
I can't believe Cadians risked the vent. They haven't thrust forward, so they have a chance on this. Decent util for the retake kit as well.
Just these armored pistols. Fake flash, then the real one. It's all Twist right now. A double with the AK-47. Stewie can't do anything. And Liquid, they pull it off. 5 frags between Twist and Skulls. That's between the two of them. High impact. After the start from Monacy's scout, felt like G2 had a leg up despite the discrepancy in the weaponry.
Yeah, and that's a tough round. I think the Skulls kill on Monacy was really important because I know he only had a scout, but if he did become a loose piece and he's able to survive, then they have so much more they have to worry about, and they already had an awful lot to be concerned with. Great stuff from Twist and Skulls, both of which were relatively quiet in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, a lot at stake here. Emotions run high. And a very competitive final map of play.
Yeah, exactly what we were hoping for. Now, this is going to be the first tactical timeout called from Taz. Not really saying a lot. Maybe this is just a chance for them to calm down. You can see the finances on your screen with the HUD. Next round, the loss bonus is going to be 2,400. So everybody could invest into a Deagle if they'd like for G2. I know that there was 2 players staying alive for Team Liquid. Nico, he's calling how he wants this next round to approach Alex. They're going what looks like all in. Nico's full bore. He's got a Deagle, head armor, util to boot. They're going all in. Like 2 players survived, right? So they're thinking the finances are still in a very weak position. And this for them right now could be their undoing. Same type of conversation we're having with Team Liquid just on the previous map.
Right. But now it's G2.
Well, this is it. All in.
Wow,
You'd love to see it.
So much invested into this top pop. Skulls, he has the opportunity to really twist the knife here. They're coming towards his site. They're charging at him. No one's cleared him. There's Hunter to take him down. The anchor has fallen. And so has the site. Molly will limit their options. Liquid have lost Yakinda. What an unbelievable risk that seems to have paid dividends for G2. Another force buy flying into the top site. And Hunter and Nexa, well, not single-handedly, between the two of them, have rumbled Liquid. They're going to have to save. They don't want to be humbled completely.
I thought they might hang around and see what they could find, but G2 know not to overstep the mark right now, and this is great. Again, we go back and forth. The fact that they've risked the call like that and been able to pull it off without any resistance. Tough for Cadian just to have an MP9 in his hands, but because of which he will be able to drop something into the next round of play. Cadian doesn't even have head armor, which is just crazy to me. How much damage can he get? Oof, just 1 and done. So regardless, that conversation I was just having about the drop is one for another time. Now, Liquid have been the ones more reserved in the buying patterns in this third and final map. For them, loss bonus coming through next round 1900. Oh, Cadian's already bought straight into an AWP. You can see Skull's just in a very tough position, unable to get anything done, and then the clear of the main smoke leads to the demise of Yakinda trying to assist. They have been able to get the AWP in Cadian's hand. He has to find some impact with this as MP9s for Skulls and Yakinda.
Nico, warpath, straight towards red, looking to get across. Oh, you know, he's trying the same antics you saw from Yakinda. This is the gap. And it's worked out wonderfully.
I can't believe that.
Twist unprepared for the angle.
He's threaded the needle behind the glaive smoke. That's crazy. Gap couldn't have been more perfect for him.
Makes more sense as to what Yakinda was
going to get overrun.
Yeah, he's going to get flashed off. And oh, he is going to be able to get one get away. Ramp lost, but if he was to reaggress, that would have been a suicide. Cadian's going to back up. Oh, yeah, with Yakinda, perhaps.
There's too many bodies towards lower right now for Liquid. They need to at least either play for information, or if they gamble, then that's going to signal a save if G2 find the other bomb site. They're starting to make their way around hell. Next up, the point man, Hunter just behind, and Stewie, the tail of this is Nico still has lobby. He was in yard. Where's that loose piece gotten off to? Well, Naf's tucked in red pole. Next up, he's going to go the safe route up. Oh, be careful without the Qs. That's a very noisy move. And as mentioned, there's still 3 players down towards B. Can Naf find a timing? He's not really having a look. He's just staying. Worried Nico might have this position cut off. Did Liquid have to save?
Might very well have to. Nico can't quite believe it. Everything he's checked is clear. He was expecting lobby, expecting main at the minimum, but yeah, the path of least resistance perfectly found.
Well, I guess they were just hoping that G2 would overplay their hand. Know that the orb was lower, maybe they could swarm it, has to take one shot at a time. But this will just have to be, again, another save for Team Liquid. And now maybe that diagnosis of oversaving in the first half could be the thing that plagues them here in the second. A tough retake to go for. Money and buy wouldn't be available otherwise, so you can definitely understand the decision. But they've saved players in literally every round so far in this second half of play. Naf might go down, he will. So they're going to take an AWP, an AK, and unfortunately for Skulls, an MP9. So they keep 3 alive, they keep weapons to find impact alive, but I feel that you have to take an eco. You can't really invest anything more around these guns. And then your buy next round, if you do have the board wiped, if G2 hunt and take everything away, is going to be pretty shocking.
But that's a nice kind of example of, you know, the power of forcing rotations. Yakinda went down that vent immediately, tried to back him up, and then just a wide open top site in a 4v4.
Yeah, I think the weapon discrepancy definitely had something to do with that as well.
That makes sense.
This type of round, when you take a timeout, this is where the creativity needs to come in from the CTs, because you're working with so much less. How are we going to try and force an opener? And where are we going to look for that opener? Oh dear. They've gone all in. Okay, so both teams with, I thought for sure that they would just at least guarantee themselves a gun round into the next with the 2400 plus the residual they had right now. But okay, they're fighting for their right. Both these teams just wanting to lock horns. Loving this.
So close to that magic number now. And you pushed all in with, what, 3 SMGs? Cadian and Yakinda, the only ones with a idyllic buy. Let's see what the plan is. Good nade onto Nico.
Yakinda's making no secret of where the saved AK is. Spammed off with it. Just playing this like it's a standard gun round. I think the bigger qualm, if you're G2, is trying to either avoid or work out where this AWP of Cadian is, because that is the biggest X factor that you can trip over in a round like this. Smoke wall to be deployed late. You can see Cadian scoping through the locker's gap. Now, he should have his vision completely denied. There is no HE available other than Skulls to break this. Oh, and they've missed it as well. Both of these teams.
Yeah, he's just making it really clear. I can call if they go lower. I can call the secret
Splitting
cross.
A, splitting A.
Yakinda was ready for it. Poised, another on his plate. Takes down Hunter, smashing the skulls of the 2. Now Nexa just walking through the smoke with a grey screen. These 3 SMGs. A full commitment into the buy, and it's working out with 5 alive. Naf even emboldened to go to clear lobby. Monacy's going to be there, and wow, very precise and swift in the removal of Naf.
Well, everybody should be able to get themselves an upgrade and already has, as G2 are the ones now looking to save. But it can't be overstated how important Cadian keeping that line was, because somebody would have had to have dropped down towards B to acknowledge the potential secret leak.
Right.
It meant that at that point, okay, that smoke wall, if they come through it, you had Yakinda watching it for that huge double up to 17 kills, and it meant that there were no gaps on the A side either. So the smoke wall did, in a massive way, come back to bite G2 in the ass.
It's crazy, isn't it, that you can lose a round of Counter-Strike based off of 1 smoke grenade being ill-thrown.
It's crazy how we're going back and forth in this one.
9-9.
And do you lose confidence in throwing the smoke wall in the future? Because this is the thing. Once the pressure starts to mount, and if you don't have confidence that your team can throw it successfully, and you want to call another round that is based off of being able to do that successfully, then you feel like maybe you can't go back to it. And if you feel like you can't go back to it, then it's going to limit your options.
I can land the smoke wall.
Yeah, hey, look, right now, last series.
The pressure is, obviously the pressure is a bit different. I acknowledge the pressure is very different.
I'm sure I've played some pretty high intensity phaser games as well in my time, Alex. So I'm sure that sometimes that pressure can feel quite high.
Oh, for sure. But it's one of those ones where you do have to kind of make sure you're nuzzled into the angle. You can't just back up into it. You have to kind of stare at the wall for a bit until you slide into your spot. Okay, folks. Here we go again. Here we go again. Round 19. All to play for. Playoffs up for debate. Elimination on the line.
They missed another one. They've done it again. They've missed another one.
Maybe Hooksy's the one that
but
throws all the
this time
smokes.
they don't know that they missed it because there's nobody outside in yard to investigate. So looking like they want to throw it again. Don't do Stu like this.
Can we follow it?
Don't do him like this.
No, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Deep breath. Steady hand.
They want to go A. This is just meant to be a fake. Okay. There's one.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Okay, but A will be weakened. They got mollies for backside, top hut. Last time they went A fast, they were able to get away with it. Skulls in main, Twists. Twist will be ahead of the Flames, Alex.
Twist. Oh, wow. He turns the flash and takes down two. Masterful from Twist. Look at him go. It's still up for debate if Skulls goes down, which he has. Next, their own impactful double. Yakinda with the clear of the smoke. He manages to provide the trade. Monacy in a 30-second 1v3 with the bomb on his back at the bare minimum, but he's backing up into the AWP. Cadian closes. Liquid starting to believe this is theirs. Their playoff spot.
That position for a Twist, it feels so unorthodox, doesn't it? Like in no man's land between heart and the site, but the util's not going to touch you there, even turns the flash as you highlighted, and then turns not one, but two, but three, as they all try and team their way out of heart.
He's such a beast.
Well, he showed up on the CT side. He was relatively quiet on the T side, but Stewie's frustration's palpable now. This will be G2 just with some pistols. Have to take the save. Sketchy.
Yeah, very uncomfortable. Spots the bomb on Silo. Smoke to bail himself out. Now with the loss of Monacy to the Cadian nade. There's nothing more for G2 in this one. 11th. For Liquid, imminent. And Nico's Deagle, I was about to raise as a potential conversation, but Cadian's the one to interrupt that.
Yeah, they had 3 players responding to that. Yakinda still was floating yard. Twist had dressed it from main, and Cadian searching. It is just Hunter. He only has a Glock to his name. Has the bomb in his back, sure, but to be able to find a gap to get that down, not going to happen. Skulls will remove him, and just 2 more rounds now for Team Liquid to weather the G-Stew.
G-Stew.
What a ride it's been.
I mean, further than I was expecting.
Oh, further than anybody was expecting. I think the fact they took down Mouse, the #1 ranked team in the world, that is insane within itself. I think that is just mental.
Yeah.
These teams as well is heroic, right? They've come through. Their win earlier in the day against Na'Vi, I do believe. Big also beat VP. There's been some huge matches that have gone the opposite way to what most would be considering.
I thought that would have emboldened Big for an even deeper run, but not to be the case. But let's focus on what we've got in front of us here. A wall of smokes, and Yakinda anticipating that silo angle from Hunter. He's just trying to spot anyone slip into secret. Naf is actually being very proactive in ramp, much further forward than you'd expect. He's actually got escorted there by Cadian, and now the orb can be freed up to rotate.
Lots of information available for Naf in that position if they're not quiet in lobby. Smoke's landing towards yard again. Nico and Hunter looking to cross behind this. Noisy in lobby. There's some footsteps for Naf to relay. Are they going to come through the smokes for a top split again? Or are they going to try and go secret?
You've got to
That's
get past Twist and Yakinda, though. If you were to go on the other side of those smokes, they are trying to wrap to Yakinda. His back is turned. Nico's found the path. Monacy onto Naf. Gets that trade. A free frag for Hunter.
Jump scare, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah. And now Team Liquid are on the back foot. Twist is still alive, though. Not to be written out. Oh, and the timing was perfect.
Oh, no.
Hunter just looked away. Twist doesn't manage it. That was his way back into this 21st round.
30 seconds.
Skulls. Good frag onto Monacy. Hang on a second. This gets uncomfortable. If he can find Stewie. Oh, an important one from Stu.
Cadian in the clutch, though. Wait, he's hurt him.
Yeah,
Stu's hurt him. Has to go round.
20 seconds, though. 20 seconds, lads. You better be getting your running shoes on,
He'll
Stu.
have time to plant.
Cadian's going to be on his way as well. Very loud stampedes in the vents. Nico's aware to provide the covering fire. If he gives denied the plant, somehow, but yeah, Nico's got him back of the skull. Sketchy, very sketchy, but it is a G2 round. Of course it is, because the way this half's been going, just constantly trading blows. Liquid 11, G2 find double digits as well.
Twist is going to be really frustrated about that death, isn't he? That's Naf activating from lobby. Hunter just...
Oh, the sliver of his head.
Oh, that is a very frustrating death for Twist. And Cadian, he is great in the clutch, especially on this map. When you see him heating up, he is a force to be reckoned with. But there was money for another Team Liquid buy. Just a one-round game. G2 take the site. Liquid might need to find themselves with another save.
Let's find out what Cadian's plans are. He's actually going to go leave some util and be the AWP responsible for the secret side.
This makes me so stressful every time I see it. I know he's been landing him, and I look, it would just be, again, another heartbreaking moment. Let's say he hits the wrong jump throw key. I sent you that email, by the way.
Thank you, got it. Okay, Stu. All the smokes deployed successfully.
This time there's 4 of them. And the smoke wall, silently looking to descend down secret into Cadian's AWP.
Just contact. Oh, Cadian misses! He's getting away with his life, but he's going to get run down as well to pluck out. Nico doesn't get his eye to the scope in time for a second, but Hunter will trade. 40 seconds as they head towards the B site. Naf anticipating a late one from Nexa. That's a big frag.
Do they save?
Well, that's what you were discussing. I think if he was to find that ramp player, maybe they'd have had a look in.
They should save. They really should save. Oh, what a miserable decision to have to make. Oh my God, we're tied up again.
Of course we are.
We're tied up again. So next round, 1900 loss bonus. Twist will have enough to drop something. Naf will be close. Naf might have to operate with an SMG again.
Yeah.
So they need to do something about these smoke walls outside because they don't have enough information. So if we're playing the game with them, let's put ourselves in Liquid's eyes. The smoke walls have happened a couple of times. In the one before this one, they went and they were able to go in towards Warehouse with Nico and Hunter. That was the 2 of them paired up. This time round, they've gone 4 straight down towards Secret. Sure, Cadian missed. But regardless, now you have to think, what are they going to go for? And if we want to try and fight full yard for full yard control, that means we're going to leave other parts of the map weak, right? Because you're going to go full yard control with 2, potentially 3 players. That means you're going to be all in close red, maybe under the silo. That means A will be weak and Ramp will be weak. It's going to be Zeus right now in this 30-second conversation about to have that chat. How are we going to be able to solve this puzzle? Twist can actually drop an M4 as well. So, yeah, with that 1900 loss, they've put themselves in buy territory for sure. But it is all about, because your resources are going to be a little bit more limited, so you can't just approach it like a standard gun round, or at least I don't think you can. So do you play ahead of the smoke wall, risk having to duel for the round, or do you try and play the information game and read where they're going or what they're doing off of an outside smoke wall? Or they might not even go for a smoke wall. That's not even a requirement.
Yeah.
So missing a couple of incendiaries here for Team Liquid. A Famis in the hands of Naf. There's plenty of defuse kits. There's plenty of smokes. And, well, they are heading straight towards lobby, so this is definitely a gear shift. Are they top rushing?
With everything they've got, Stewie, he's trying his luck. A pace change from Stu. The flashes were good. He clears out Tetris, tries the transfer, and delivers just like that. Charging into the site. Naf hasn't got the health for a second. Has to dip out. Stewie, 2K. And round 23 gets the 2 kills.
It didn't work for them on Dust2. They tried those back-to-back B rushes and they were unable to break through. They couldn't get past Naf, but this time Twist and Skulls fall.
Bro,
the top site gone.
Balls you have to go for a play like that at this juncture in the game.
But it's that flowchart that I'm talking about, right? Because you're thinking Team Liquid, they have had no information behind these smoke walls. So maybe they they started somebody like insta-secret, right?
I was staring at the pit.
At the top rushes, yeah. But I think Yakinda, did he start insta-secret? Because if he did, right, then you go, your yard player can always help A through main. Because they always start close towards main or warehouse and they can assist.
But if he's
removed,
worried,
exactly.
Man.
Because they needed the information on what's been happening behind these smoke walls. And it's simple stuff. but effective. Damn effective. And that's 12 overtime secure for G2. This has been an insane series. Dust2 we started on. Back and forth, 13-11 in favor of Liquid, who had to eke it out 6 rounds in a row. Inferno, it felt like it was theirs. 8-4 up at the half. They should have had it. Some interesting buys, we'll call it that. Led to G2 having an absolutely flawless CT half. And now we find ourselves 1 round the difference, 12-11, G2 securing overtime, map 3, 1 round away from Stewie 2K standing in with G2 and them in an arena.
Is there any more chapters in this rather exhilarating book? The last round of regulation, 5 frags away from G2, locking in the playoffs. Stewart, 2000. In an American playoff game. Or can Team Liquid secure OT? They've already cycled through almost all of their util. The CTs, I mean, obviously, as you can see, Stewie's juggling some smokes to go and erect the wall once more. 70 seconds in pursuit of glory. Who's behind this wall? Just Nico out there. Oh no, he's done it again. We've missed a smoke. What does Nico do with this now? There's still 2 yard. KD and Yakinda are both occupied. It's not ideal, and it's actually worked out. Nico catches one of the 2. Taking down KD, and he knows it's not the yard player. Stewie dipping down the vents. What is this?
That's the bomb.
A vent drop, heading into the low site. No one is there from Team Liquid. Sinking feeling in the stomachs of the 4 remaining players as they've got their work cut out for them. Nico, another onto Yakinda, still towards the yard. Skulls left alone, and G2, 1 frag away from the playoffs. Nothing here for Skulls. Stewie 2K. Alongside with G2, taking Team Liquid out.
Celebration's already beginning. Hands are off. Nico knows exactly what this means. And the final kill for Nexa. 13-11. G2 have eliminated Team Liquid and locked themselves in for the playoffs at IEM Dallas for 2024. You give us a chance, we're going to take this bitch a mile. And Stewie, a man of his word, I cannot quite believe it.
Magical. I mean, there has been heroics from